Black Oni.
You're now listening to the Black Oni podcast.
You're now listening to Solid Snake. So obviously, you guys at home know that I'm a huge Metal Gear fan. I'm bursting at the seams, hoping for any more information on Metal Gear Solid 5, but we will get to that later. First, before we do that, I want to introduce my lovely guests on the podcast. Two of them are familiars. One of them is a new person, and I'm excited to have her on the podcast. But we're going to save the best for last, obviously. And so we have Itsyoru over there. We have SoILakaSOAD finally on cam.
I know, finally. Hi.
So excited about that. People at home like to see behind the voice. It's wonderful to have you guys on the podcast once again. And we have, last but not least, Mona.
Hello.
And this is our 43rd. Wait, this is the 43rd episode, right?
44th.
44th.
Episode 44, according to your document here.
Exactly.
I'm tripping.
We're reading.
Reading's hard, man. Like I can't even. And so, before we start going into our icebreaker, I want to first kind of inform people at home, the context of who everyone is, right? So, I just got finished explaining to Mona earlier, since she's new to the show. That I've been playing games with SoILakaSOAD for almost 10 years.
I checked. It was 06 when Rainbow Six Vegas came out. So that was like 9 years ago.
Dude.
Oh, cool.
That's so weird.
We're almost at the decade mark. We'll have to do something then.
Yeah, dude. We gotta celebrate for our decade. This is going to be our anniversary. And I met Itsyoru at a comic convention, New York Comic Con. I was doing some press coverage there.
Yes,
That was pretty fun.
awesome.
And I actually know Mona through YouTube. And so I saw some of her videos from like 2 years ago. And I think it was just recently that we started following each other. But Twinfinite was with wow, I can't speak. That was the company you were with before. But yeah, can you tell us a little bit about what you do now?
So right now I do work with a website called The Game Fanatics, and I do like writing for articles or any game reviews or anything that is at the moment like the hot topic. But I recently started creating videos for them. So any like weekly news is one of our shows that we just started creating, and that was just like a good roundabout about the news that is out right now. So it's pretty fun, it's quirky, it's cool, but video personality is what I'm trying to get into for that site. So I'm excited.
Yeah. And where can people check out your videos or the site?
At thegamefanatics.com, and our YouTube is at thegamefanatics. So
Nice.
I'll be excited to see you guys there.
Yes, and you can follow Mona on Twitter. I
I
forget.
Okay.
Okay, all right. So that'll be in the description somewhere down below. If you're listening on iTunes, then you're just gonna have to figure it out. I got nothing for you. And before we move on again, the two of you, would you like to plug anything before we get into our icebreaker?
Chris?
Okay.
Chris, go ahead, man.
You have a Tumblr, right?
Yeah, I mean, I do. I mean, it's like a nerdy Tumblr blog. I mean, I really don't, try to do anything with it. But I mean, if you want to follow me, sure. It's Itsyoru. It's Itsyoru. Come by, I'll make you laugh. I hope.
Dude,
please make
his cosplay though. That cosplay though. All right. So there are three cosplay that I just remember off the top of my head that he just did a knockout job on. One of them was Ezio Auditore from Assassin's Creed 2. Fucking amazing job on that one.
Thanks, bro.
And that's the first one that I saw you in person. So
we met actually in that one. Yeah. Comic-Con.
One of them is riding in his business suit. He did
Mr.
ride in
like-
Cyborg, dude.
It was awesome. Yeah, I gotta admit, it was fun.
I think my favorite one though is the Delson.
You really liked that one,
Dude,
didn't you?
You
Yeah.
looked just like him. You had the attitude. You dude. You have a chain around, dude. I can't even like.
Is there pictures that we can see? Because I'm excited to see the Assassin's Creed one.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Sure.
Oh yeah.
On my,
I can,
on my Instagram too.
Instagram. I can show you the video of him and poke the two of you in the interview.
Yeah.
I'll give you a link to that. It was really good.
Okay.
And then,
if you want it now, I can give it to you now. But otherwise, we'll just do it after.
Okay.
I'm trying to cheat.
And my man Soil, aka SoILakaSOAD.
What's up?
You have a site that you're doing right now, and you're also doing some writing for a Black Only blog right now, aren't you?
Yes, I really had the urge recently, and I wrote Wolfenstein for you guys, and I'm also doing WDWP.co, which is Why Do We Play, and we just do a lot of bloggy stuff, and we're really into casting as well, but just audio for us. We just randomly have just the greatest conversations where we got into a half-hour long discussion about Avengers 2 the other day.
Oh, dude.
Just on some logistics about it.
We're going to talk about that. That's going to be literally the next thing we talk about. So I wanted to give this enough time in between to tell everyone at home, if you don't want spoilers, turn this shit off. Like, fast forward like 15 minutes or something. Like, I don't want to be responsible for people getting mad that we spoiled anything in Avengers.
Yeah.
And Mona, you did see Avengers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay, good. Yeah.
Yeah, I just had to make sure. I remember.
Dude, I watched it the first day it came out, like the first night.
Dude,
Oh,
I watched it
wow.
on Thursday,
Yeah,
so I
I'm
was
so
like,
excited.
Jay Blaze,
What?
06 ain't fucking around.
Yeah, no, seriously, man, everyone was in there. I was thinking of going in a costume as Loki and stuff, but then where I'm around, there's not a lot of cosplayers and stuff like that. So I was debating before leaving my friends. I was just like, should I go in costume? They're like, yeah, you should do it. You should do it. And I'm like, nah, I didn't go. When I got there, there was people in costume. And I was like,
See?
are you kidding
You should
me?
have done it.
You should have had it in a bag with you just in case.
No, I had to put on the Loki wig and everything. I had that cane and it was a mess. I was just and I had a beard at the time, so like I would have had to shave or I would have been bearded Loki. It would have been awkward.
Funny story. Like when we got there at the theater, we saw some like guy smoking weed, like going around in circles around around the theater, and we're like, I'm not really sure what he's doing. If he's just trying not to stand still while he's smoking weed, but we know he's smoking weed. But like maybe he's just so high he doesn't realize there's open parking spaces, and he's just looking for a place to park. Like maybe that's all it is. It's just the scenario.
That's like different than what we had. They were actually like passing out like Marvel chocolate milk instead of weed.
Yeah, maybe there was weed and the chocolate milk. I mean,
That's
Everyone's
crazy.
tripping.
there's a reason it tastes so good. So we're gonna go right into it. First question is, what movie adaptation would you like to see in video game form? And
I'm not going first.
This is a question I similarly that I asked a long time ago when I had a Malik Foreplay on the podcast like ages ago. It was like a year ago. And we'll have him on again. This is a matter of like scheduling and stuff. But I remember he mentioned that he would love to see like a Matrix game done right.
Was I on that one?
I
I kind
think
of
you
remember
were.
the question before. I don't remember what I said back then.
I don't remember what I said. And I have it on archive, so I
Oh wait,
really
no,
could
wait.
have
I
looked.
think I do. We need to watch that later.
Are you asking like what film you want to see as a video game or a video game as a film?
Filmed a video game and done
Oh.
like really well.
Yeah,
So many
It's a tough
ideas.
one.
It really is.
Because we're getting Mad Max.
yeah. That's what I was
Yeah,
thinking. That's why you
yeah.
asked the question.
Yeah.
And I didn't feel that good about it until I watched that like 5-minute demo they did the other day, and I'm feeling better about it, especially after seeing the movie.
Okay, so the movie was good as well.
It was awesome. Oh yeah, highly recommend it.
Oh god, I can't wait to see it.
Gosh, dude, I kind of remember when you asked the question last time that I wanted a good James Bond video game.
Oh yeah.
Right? Yeah, except they already had GoldenEye, which I thought was great.
GoldenEye was the best.
Okay.
You know?
I have a
And Tomorrow Never
confession.
Dies kind of sucked.
I have a confession about GoldenEye.
Yeah.
I played it again last weekend, and it was awful. It was
Well,
terrible.
what, 90,
It does not
what,
hold up
6?
well controls-wise. Like,
and we've been spoiled for the
real.
last 20 years.
this is true.
So, yeah.
We don't have our hands don't have to mutate to the N64 remote
That
anymore,
controller,
bro.
Oh my god.
It's really weird.
Okay.
It was really
You guys are gonna kill me, but I literally played every Nintendo 64 game out there except GoldenEye. Like,
Oh.
literally, like all I had was like Super Mario, Mario Kart, everything, but I've never got the chance to play it.
So
I have like my Nintendo 64, so I'm thinking of like borrowing it from a friend because everyone's like, "How could you have not played this game?" And I'm like, like shit.
fuck. Just lie to them next time. Just like, oh yeah.
I had to lie back then.
I
The only time I got to play it back in the day was at my buddy's house, literally like down the hill from me in my neighborhood, and my parents hated that game. They hated it. They didn't want it in their house, so I had to literally go away to someone else's place just to even touch it. But it was awesome back then.
I tell like my parents like, why didn't you buy me the game? And they're like, we didn't know you'd be interested in playing like a James Bond game. And I'm like, Mom.
What the fuck?
I was like, you ruined my
James
childhood.
Bond.
The first time I played that game, I cried because I played it at a friend's house who was like way older than I was at the time. And I was like, yeah, I want to play games. Like, I love video games. I've always loved video games. So I was like, yeah, I want to play. They never taught me how to play. They never told me the buttons. They never said anything. They just said there are 4 like fucking grown-ass teenagers in a room with like an 8-year-old. And just like wrecking me. Like going through the walls and like going around secret passages. And I was just like, guys, could you teach me how to fucking play?
Oh my god.
I want to know what I'm doing. They were just poning me, and I was just like, man, I don't even know what the word pwn is, and I feel it already. Like
that's a good one. I have this hurt in my heart,
Yeah.
but I don't know what words to use yet.
Yeah.
It's like, but I feel it.
It was not a good time, but like I played it again when I was like a little older and was able to understand. And so like I had a ton of fun playing it at the time, but playing it now, it's just like, man, like
it's
you
dated.
use one analog stick to look around and move forward.
Now you use your analog stick. I can still do this, and you use your C buttons at the same time. So that's how you can strafe around corners really quickly. And you use your Z button underneath to shoot. You use your other trigger up here to fire. You just have to get really good with it. It's still weird. Like I can still feel it.
It's like in the middle, right here. Because when you notice, if you take the controller out of your hand and you end up putting, then your hands, you had like it looks like you're about to fight in Tiger Claw or Drunken Fist. But that controller was weird. I felt like they were trying to do something completely new with it, and then they were just like, "What is the most craziest idea that we can have for a remote?" There was this one guy, that was sitting. I got it. Listen to me. We have two. We have we have a joystick in the middle. All right, cool. It shows the aesthetics and everything. And then the bars. We're gonna have them on the side and in the middle. Are you out of your mind? Yes. All right, cool. Make it. I feel like people just. I don't even know how that came about.
I got something for you. See if I can actually share this because I'm live for a change. There you go. For later.
Okay.
But what would you guys say? I'm still gonna stick with the James Bond answer until they get it right, because GoldenEye was really good back then. Tomorrow Never Dies, World Is Not Enough. And then they made like the Legends one recently too. That tanked too. That was terrible. So I'm still gonna go with that. I want a good James Bond video game. Give me one.
Perfect. I've just looked at the image. Oh my god, that's hilarious.
That was priceless, by the way. I didn't want to start laughing all over podcasts. Be like, what the hell is he laughing about?
So I want to read this out for the viewers at home and listeners on the road. Please don't watch this on the road because you'll crash.
It's all responsible, friend.
So it says it has like the controllers, the Nintendo controllers in succession, and in the middle is the N64 controller, and it goes, "Holy shit! What the fuck happened?"
It's not ever like I don't know why they had a third where the C stick is. I don't know why they had that.
Yeah, and
like,
at the time we were like, "Cool, this is awesome," but like looking back at it now, you're just like, "Whoa!"
Still
dude.
looks weird.
Yeah, I've never held it. Like
It's like
it's just there.
it's like the upside down Wu-Tang Clan.
It says, did you design this for gamers with 3 hands? Did
Yeah,
the
for
last
real.
controller get caught in radiation chamber with retarded spaceship? It's fucking great.
Oh my god, it's always crazy.
Okay, my answer for movie adaptation for a game is fucking. I forgot what it was. That threw me off.
It was a
Sorry.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I listen. I came up with the fucking question, and I don't even have the answer for it. So
That's a tough one. I don't even. I'm so lost. Like I don't even know what movie I want to see.
yeah.
Oh, I got it! A Jurassic Park video game. I mean,
we're
yeah,
gonna
it's
talk
a
about that. That's
good one.
perfect.
There haven't been any good ones.
I remember playing in like the arcade and everything, putting in the quarters when you were in the little
I was gonna say the Jeep.
Yeah.
In the
it
Mall
was a
World.
Jeep, yeah. It was fun because you're like, that was great, but I mean,
That was
trying to
awesome.
bring that over here, it's
Yeah,
you can't. But I mean, I want like an interactive one where you're kind of where it has a lot of the like on an online play would be multiple people working together, trying to capture dinosaurs, trying to pretty much
Dude,
survive or
dude.
pretty much be the Raptors.
that's in our list, right?
It is
yeah.
on our list. It's,
All right,
it's
cool.
on our agenda.
Not
Okay,
bad.
cool.
Oh, that was a perfect
No,
answer.
like
'cause we're
you're
gonna talk about
describing
that.
something pretty cool that they might be working on.
You know what? I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna say it kind of with hesitation because there has kind of already been games like that. But let's go with Avengers. Let's go with an awesome Avengers movie. We've had what's that game? Marvel Ultimate Alliance, and
Yeah.
that was great.
Yeah, but that was on a different scale. I mean, if
It
you're
was
talking
way
like,
different scale. Like
yeah.
if we can get something kind of along the lines of like how Batman Arkham is in terms of like its combat, the world it kind of creates, something Avengers. I don't know. It would be a lot.
It's hard. Yeah, it would be a hard idea to because there's so much going on. How can you condense that into a game? You know what I mean? I mean,
Play
you can
as
always do the
Hulk,
whole.
play as fucking Iron Man. I don't know, man.
But I mean, I wouldn't even want to play as any of the Avengers. I want to play as Loki. I want to play as Thanos. I just want to just wreck shit. It's just like Infinity blows everything up.
Wait, I think I kind of have one
Okay.
for the movie that I would want. I would want a Lord of the Rings movie that you could play a game
Mm-hmm.
kind of, that you would play like Frodo or Gandalf, because like Shadow of Mordor, you don't have those characters there. You just have like one, and you're doing all these missions and stuff. So
Mhm.
I think if you have a Lord of the Rings like trilogy, kind of like a video game trilogy, where you get to actually do the entire journey that Frodo does, I think that would be really cool.
I remember playing the one for the GameCube or the PS2. I forgot. It was Two Towers.
Uh-huh.
It was good. Don't get me wrong. The idea was good, but I just feel like back then they couldn't compress so much data into a disc. But I mean, I want like like you're saying, like a massive Middle Earth.
Yeah.
Like
Like
great.
next to status, kind of.
Yeah, exactly. And like the Shadow of Mordor was great. Like the Nemesis system was awesome. It's just I love the I would love to play as not just Frodo or again. I want to play as everyone Legolas. Yes.
Yeah, I knew he was gonna say Legolas.
Of course. I mean, I like cosplay. I love that guy. He's
Yeah.
great.
Dude, this dude's a cosplay fucking beast.
Not Will.
Like, just saying.
No. It's just a hobby. I don't do it to get famous. I love just going to a convention and just forgetting about problems. That's mostly what I do it for, and hang out with friends. But drunken cosplay parties are always fun too.
That's a pretty good plan, actually.
That's a great plan.
And so,
Which I'm gonna bring you, Will. I have to bring you to one so bad. We got to cosplay together.
oh yeah, I mean, I gotta figure out. I know who I would want to cosplay as, but I gotta like do things to myself to make that happen. Like I gotta bulk up a little bit.
I'm still making your bat suit. I'm not lying to you. I still need to make your bat suit.
I'm down for that.
Yeah.
I wanna fucking cosplay Spawn though. Like,
Oh yes.
That'd be pretty awesome.
dude, that'd be amazing.
I'll do the clown.
You can't rock your new hairstyle if you're gonna go that way.
I know. well, I'll figure it out, man. There's the creative ways to spin that.
Oh wait, one of those bald caps things.
And now that we're talking about Avengers a little bit, again, this is the spoiler for people. Another
Wow.
warning. What were your impressions of the Avengers: Age of Ultron? And I would like Nona to go first on this one.
Oh my god.
Put you on a spot.
Great. Like a roundabout of the entire movie.
Yeah. Well, like like highlight moments, like what you did and didn't like about it.
Okay, so I really enjoyed having all the characters together, like having Iron Man and Captain America and Thor all together. That's just like a dream for me just to watch them on screen. But I felt like the story was good. I really enjoyed Ultron. Like, I know a lot of people were giving him a lot of slack. Like, they did not like how funny he was as a villain. But I thought that gave him a lot of character and a lot of like insight into his mind. It's just cool to not have like somebody who's just so sinister and doesn't have a funny side, because it adds a lot of depth to the movie. But one thing I didn't like was kind of like Scarlett Johansson's character, where I felt like she didn't have a big part in the movie. I just felt like she was just like a female protagonist, or she was just there to like try to get with the Hulk. Like, I didn't feel like her story added to anything. Do you know what I mean? There was no impact.
And in case you guys at home are wondering why we were just cracking up a second ago, when we were like 19 minutes into the podcast, Chris goes, "I gotta pee." He just like typed it in the sidebar, so we're like, "Dude, go pee! What the fuck?" Sorry,
I was still listening.
We were laughing at him.
Okay, guys.
We're just laughing at him because he's losing it over there.
And I agree with you on a lot of that. Like Ultron, for example, was like a really likable kind of asshole villain. Like,
yeah, he's my favorite.
Yeah, he was really, and like the thing is, it's like he's kind of a culmination of like alien technology, Jarvis, and Tony Stark. Like he kind of has some things about him that are like all of those things, you know. So like Tony Stark was kind of fiddling with him, and
yeah,
he's kind of a reflection of all of that. And so I think he was a really interesting villain in the fact that like he was literally everywhere. Like, you know, kind of talking about like the internet and how, you know, if you get a hold on anything internet-wise, then you have everything, you know?
Yeah. His personality was just great. I feel like interacting with every character, like with Iron Man and Thor, he was just different in every aspect. Just like, I felt like it just made the movie much better than like the first movie.
In terms of Black Widow, I agree with you, but I also see why they didn't try to put too much more into her, only for the sake that there was already so much going on in the movie. But like, I do get what you're saying, where like her backstory didn't feel like it was like, I remember when it was like going into her head and like it was showing the scenes of like, you know, Scarlet Witch like manipulating their memories and doing all this stuff. Like,
yeah, they left out part of that. Watching the other shows like Agent Carter, like when they were showing some of the Black Widow stuff, that related to her super soldier program that they went through in that show. But if you don't watch that show, it's kind of like, what's
way
going on?
Yeah. And so like I agree with that as well. It's like they could have done more to kind of elaborate on like what the big deal was in her scenes.
Yeah. See, that's true, but I mean, like, again, I felt like Avengers 2 took on way too much. It was trying to give, you know, throwing so many things at us at the same time, like the memory scenes and everything like that, and her explaining about, you know, how, you know, the Red Room and everything or whatever, how hard it was just to be a soldier back then and everything, being raised. It was like that alone was a lot, and then you have to take into account all the other things that are happening.
Thor in the cave, like splashing around.
Like,
I wish they elaborated more on that though.
Yeah.
Thor.
Yes, and I would love. I would have loved them to just go into. I know it's going to carry on into the third Thor movie or whatever, but there's certain things that you love to be left off. Like, oh, I can't wait. But this is more like, oh man, I'm really confused.
Yeah, he was on for 5 minutes, and I was like, I don't know what his story is.
I think it was an excuse to be shirtless. You know, it's just like, oh yes, I'm going to splash you.
The L'Oreal commercial.
Everyone in the theater enjoyed it. Just let me let you know.
Yeah, I wasn't mad at it. Whatever.
Even I enjoyed it. I was just like, all right, this is fine.
This is cool, man.
This is great. Go on.
Fucking gorgeous, man.
I know.
I'm trying to think here. Like, the original cut of the movie was like 3 hours and 10 minutes long.
Yeah, it was really long.
And the studio made him cut it out. And then they were arguing about which scenes you could keep and which you had to get rid of. And at least we got that. It was supposed to just, like, if they didn't do that, it was just going to be a voiceover. And then Thor's going to fly in real quick and just bring the Vision back. And everyone's like, what's happening? And then he explains it in, like, 2 seconds, and that's it.
Yeah.
So even with the cave, they kind of filled it in, but not really.
And I remember reading an article about, like, the kind of, like, Joss Whedon isn't going to be working with Marvel anymore because, like, he was, like, he really wanted to have the farm scene in there to kind of humanize the characters a little bit more, and I love that scene. I love that they made
how Clint was just a family guy. It was beautiful, you know what I mean?
And it kind of brought like some importance to his character, because I remember in the first Avengers, like, he was just there, but like no one really gave a fuck about him, right? He was just
he was like like one of those cool bodyguards for Loki at the beginning, and then at the end he shot down a couple. It was just sad because
he was underutilized.
I wanted more on him because he has a very, very in-depth story and everything, and like the addition of his family was great. I love that so much.
Do you guys think that movie was better than the first Avengers?
God, no.
No.
I'm sorry.
It's a tough one though because I feel like the second one delivered more and gave more to like all the Marvel fans out there. Like so many storylines and everything intertwined together.
Yeah.
So I feel like
Some
that's
call outs to Black Panther.
Yes, that was beautiful.
But I feel like the first one was better.
I think the first one was better just because there wasn't 1,000 things going on at once. You know.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I don't know. Like the first one kind of reminded me of like assembling the Avengers and how they didn't want to get together, and eventually they did.
Yes.
And then this one, like it opens and they're kicking ass, and they already are the Avengers. They still go through a lot of shit. And
Yeah.
Like I love
don't
the back and forth between like. First of all, I love the fact that like Bruce Banner was working with Tony Stark on Project.
Ultron.
No, not Project
No,
Ultron. Well, Ultron as well, but also
Yeah.
the Hulkbuster.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
And so like
What was
it was
it?
like
Veronica.
Code
Yeah,
Veronica. That's the Resident Evil reference.
There was. That's exactly why. Code Veronica. In how the Hulkbuster came out, I was like, oh no, he was losing like one arm. Like he already lost an arm. I'm like, damn, that's gonna slow him down. And then more pieces come out, and I'm like,
that was an amazing scene.
They both. That was the eye-catching scene for me, and in terms of how well Tony and Bruce were. I mean,
Tony
it was
and Bruce,
beautiful.
Yeah.
No, it was just how they were just getting together and just saying, okay, even if I go rogue or whatever, you're gonna need to stop me, and we'll, create the Hulkbuster armor.
Yeah, it's
and
fucking
then,
awesome.
and then he's just like, well, what if it's not enough? And then they put more in there. Holy crap! They thought of everything, no?
And one of the things, I might get flack for saying this, but I'm gonna say it anyway. One of the things that kind of bothered me about I thought the scenes between Black Widow and Hulk or Bruce Banner were like really beautiful. Like I really liked when they were kind of like talking together and like, there was that tension, that kind of sexual tension. But
Everyone felt it.
there was one scene where like they were talking about like the things that made them monsters.
Yeah.
And how Black Widow was like, I can't have children, that makes me a monster. That really bothered me because there are women now who can't have children, but that doesn't make them a monster, right? And so that really bothered me about that scene. Like, Hulk is literally accidentally killing thousands of people. And the thing that's making her a monster is that she can't have children. Granted, that's like a part of like what makes her feel like she's like, a woman, but like that bothered me.
But I think it's like her job though, because she knows like she was trained to do this and assassinate people, and I feel like that just made her feel like she is a monster because she's taking lives away instead of reproducing lives.
And that's fair.
That's a good way. That's a good way to put it because a lot of people were saying that it was like between the Black Widow and the Hulk and Bruce scene where it was. Oh, it's so degrading that you have the love interest between them both, and it looks like Black Widow barely did anything in that. I'm like, if you actually start to pay attention to the scenes, it's like Bruce is being helped out way more by
Black Widow.
by Black Widow, and it wasn't more like, oh, here comes Black Widow that needs a love interest or a romantic, relationship. It's more like she's trying to help him out, and she's trying to take the lead in it. Mm-hmm. She's trying to show him that like there's nothing to worry about. I don't know. That's what I'm saying.
And I liked that she was kind of like the one character that can interact with the Hulk. Like as he's like pissed off and angry, and he's not like going to look at her and try to like hurt her. Like there were several scenes where like I remember he was like trying to get her out, and like she pushed him off the cliff so that he can turn into the Hulk, knowing that there's a possibility that he could hurt her. But Hulk just took her and like got her out of there. Like he had no interest in hurting her. I thought that was really interesting. And like
that's the connection there.
Yeah, and I'm really like I was kind of bummed out by the ending of like the fact that like he kind of like ran away knowing that he has the potential to hurt her, but like she's the only character who could interact with the Hulk without him like raging. Mm-hmm. And I find that really interesting.
But that's why he left. I mean, even though like she was able to do that, he still lost control. He still couldn't help it. I don't blame the guy.
If you love someone so much, you don't want to hurt them, you know what I mean?
But I don't think he'd hurt her though. Like,
I don't either.
They were getting together very well, and she was like had a way of dealing with him. So I feel like he was just afraid of.
That's what it comes down to. He's afraid that the Hulk would hurt her, even though we all knew that it probably would. There's a majority chance that it wouldn't happen. But I guess that 1% chance for him is just too great. It'll always be lingering and nagging him. Be like, oh, if I turn into the Hulk, I could kill her, just like that.
I don't like that he left though. That just kind of like made me really sad and angry at the end.
It
Like,
really
the-
was.
Yeah.
Did it make you Hulk out?
Middle theater. Security.
There's some crazy lady hulking out.
She's not green. I don't know why.
She thinks she's green. I don't know the fuck.
What's going on? Oh man,
Shut up, okay?
that's the. Hey, we were rolling with it. We were really, really rolling with it.
See, this is what happens. You get on the Black Money podcast and you laugh uncontrollably. This is
Yeah,
par for the course.
I love it.
But can we like talk about the Audi advertisements, the placements that were in the entire movie? Like at the end of the movie where they're all on that little island, like Ultron's gonna flip it, and then all of a sudden they're driving like a convertible Audi that's like in pristine condition. I was like, what? Where can I find one like this?
For real, if you guys can find that.
Literally, the whole fucking city is in the air, and you found
The one fucking convertible.
It's Tony Stark's car. I mean,
And it was, like,
At the end, the R8, it was ridiculous.
it's still Tony Stark's.
That's
How
Tony
much? How
Stark,
much
though.
money is
That's
Tony Stark worth? It's
You
way
can get
more than I can
excused
comprehend.
it. Yes, it was
More than an Audi.
blatant advertising. It's like, hey, you know you want this. You can't afford it, but you know you
But
want it.
Exactly. Yeah.
One day.
One day you look as cool as.
One day.
Because if you look at the prices for Audis compared to all other supercars and everything, it's relatively cheap and it's not as powerful. I mean, if you're one of the richest men in the world, you're not going to roll out with an Audi R8. You're going to roll out in something like a Bugatti or maybe a Lamborghini or a Ferrari.
Or just fly, because he's
Or
fucking
fly.
Iron Man.
Oh god.
Does anyone have any other words for Avengers? We could literally go on further, but
I missed
think...
Loki.
God
We'll be
damn,
back.
Chris.
We'll be back.
You
man.
said if there's any words. They also cut a scene out with him too.
Wait, they said what?
I was reading on this it was like this comic book website. I think it was comicbooknerd.com or something like that. It was they were talking about how Joss Whedon recorded a scene with Loki, kind of sort of explaining something in the movie, but then they had to take it out. It could have been in the cut too. So
I can't wait for the Blu-ray to come out, because they're gonna have like
over 2 hours of extended play.
God damn.
I know, for real, man. I mean, it was a long movie to begin with, but all the
Gosh, okay. You ready? Just to tie up the last Avengers note. Estimated... Jeez. The estimated price report on a 2015 Audi R8, which is the last car he had, is $158,107 for a car. Yeah.
Insane.
It's a house.
There's a little
That is a house. That's a motor house.
You better be living in your goddamn car at that point.
No.
Man.
That's ridiculous. Who's gonna go after that movie? I need to be like Tony Stark. I'm gonna go to the Audi dealership. That thing's over $100,000. I will buy it.
I don't know, man. I wish I had Jarvis in a fucking computerized mansion. That'd be fucking awesome.
I don't even know what to
Wish
do
I
with
had a
it.
mansion and a car instead, like an Audi.
I just wish I had a car.
Really?
I mean,
It's working,
let's just be real here.
It's working. The advertisement's making us talk about it and want one. So I mean, it's working for what it's worth.
Yeah,
Damn
I
it.
want it, but it's not happening.
No.
Nope.
Let's see how many drugs we can sell to get ourselves one of those. Let's come up with a plan on the podcast.
I have to go.
I need an adult. Gaming news. What are you guys and girls playing? I'm gonna do this until someone answers, but it's actually
Well, I was playing my favorite game ever until I had an unfortunate accident happen this morning.
yeah, you heard about that. Please elaborate.
Everyone in the Black Ani podcast knows how much I love Rocksmith to death,
Oh.
and I'll play it 3, 5, 6 times a week, and my cord died, so I can't play my game anymore right now. I feel so destroyed.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, you're so mean. You're like,
Because it's just there, it's just staring at me, and I can't play it.
Play me, Davey. Play me.
So it's really sad right now. But I'll find a way. If I need to replace the cord, I will. They're just $40 a piece for the cord,
Jeez.
Wow.
which is almost like buying a new game.
It literally is. Well, I got Rocksmith 2014 on PS4 for like $40, like with the cable.
Damn.
Where'd you get it at?
Amazon.
All right, I'll look into that.
Yeah, Amazon.
Hey,
was
wait.
Amazon saved lives.
Mm-hmm.
Seriously,
Yeah.
man.
Besides that,
So
Wolfenstein.
that's what you haven't been playing.
Yeah, it was pretty regularly.
Yeah.
Wolfenstein, the new one, well, the prequel. That was a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm. You reviewed that on the Black Oni blog.
I did.
I don't want to give anything away, but he played it.
It was awesome. I would play again.
Yeah.
It was a little short though.
Oh.
What else? Like, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing else right now. I'm waiting on The Witcher. I'm blasting you. I've been watching, like, I'm up to like 8 hours in of Witcher footage. I'm just sitting here, just taking it all in, getting ready.
You're just like, let's do it.
Yeah.
Release.
You can do it. I'm ready.
2 more days, like 1.5 maybe. Right?
Almost.
What happened?
Almost
Yeah.
here.
Oh, 1.5 more days. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
They said
sorry. My
months.
perception of
Excuse me,
time
they
is
pushed
just
it back?
irrelevant until the game comes out.
No, we're still good. No, we're still good.
No, we're good.
I started playing
Sure.
Bloodborne.
Mm.
I've just been. I know. Haha, late. But
No,
you
I'm
know,
saying, as in it's good.
no, it's good. Don't get me wrong. I mean, just finals and projects and everything. When I haven't been active on the Black Oni chat, but I mean, when I came back, it was just like I have like a mountain of games to play. So Bloodborne was at the top of my list, and holy fuck, is that game amazing! That game is amazingly annoying.
I was if you're saying it's great without it being annoying or frustrating, we have a problem.
No,
We can't be friends.
I was telling the guys, I was like, it's so deliciously annoying. I'll be running through, it's taking me a while because I'm not looking up any like strategies or anything online. So I'm just like, I'm seeing, oh, look at this, it's a new beast. And then it mauls me, and I'm just like, all right, whatever. My blood echoes are gone. Yeah, okay, that's annoying. and then you'll just try to, and then you see a crow, right? And you're like, you keep your distance. You go to whack it, and it's things easy to kill, and you're like, yes, good. Then you turn the corner and you see another one, and then there's like 3 more that come out of there, and then they do like drill peck on you, and you're dead. And I'm like, are you kidding me, man? God, it's so hard, but finally a game that challenges you like to that extent again. You know what I mean? Last one was Demon Souls 2 or whatever, but it's good.
Dude, that game. I want to ask this question to everyone because I think, Mon, do you have Bloodborne?
Yeah, I have it.
Yes.
I've just played like one boss, but I haven't had time to like do the finals and everything, so it's annoying.
How many times did you have to fight the first boss?
Oh my god.
That's for everyone to answer. She's like, nope, not even going there.
Everyone's gonna hate Will's answer. Just
It was
letting you
literally
know.
like almost 30 times or something. Because I've never played any Dark Soul games or anything, so this is my first venture into this type of thing.
Oh gosh.
I was just like dragged like all over the damn place. Like it was just ugly. I did not talk about it.
She hulked out. She totally hulked out.
It was
She
like,
hooked it.
like I was gonna break my PS4 in half, and I was like, no, over it.
I'll stop.
So after finals, I'm hoping to get into it and play that before The Witcher 3, before I even touch that. So
Oh god, there's gonna be so many games coming out soon.
Well, I don't know. I want to know what Will's gonna say. I want to say 5, maybe. Like the first boss was. I mean, I played like Dark Souls 1 and a bit of Dark Souls 2 and Demon Souls. I never beat any of those games though because I'm lazy and they're hard. but I maybe 5 times about.
Okay.
I was,
Will, what?
No. Will goes last. Will goes
All
last.
right, well, Chris.
He has like the best story.
I don't even.
I have this tendency to rush in a lot of games, including just like FPSs and everything. But I thought this was a great idea to do the same thing.
it'll punish you for doing that. Like
Yeah.
It literally put.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh.
It'll stick it in without any lube, bro. You gotta be careful.
Seriously. Quote of the damn game. Seriously.
Seriously.
All right, but let's ask Will. Will.
Fucking. It was probably like 8 times, maybe.
That's not bad.
I mean,
But he didn't have trouble with him. He said though.
no. I didn't have trouble with certain bosses. The first boss I had a pretty hard time with. Jordan was like, "Oh yeah, beat him on first try, no big deal."
Was Jordan or you?
Yeah, well, that's because he just destroyed Dark Souls 1 and 2 repeatedly. Like, he loves those games. So Bloodborne for him was just a treat. For guys like us and girls like us, it's
Just
no,
like, why?
it's hard.
Why
Super hard.
why do you exist?
So, like, I remember for the longest time, once you figure out that there's actually a way you can go to a shortcut to get to the boss, things get better. But up until that point, I was like, this is the fucking dumbest game of all time. Like, why the fuck would you put me in a situation where I can't level up once I get what the fuck? Like, I was like, at this point, I wasn't even streaming any of it yet. I was just like trying to play it. And I was just like, this is bullshit. I played Demon Souls. Like, I was used to that game. But
Blood was just ridiculous.
and then like Father Gascon or whatever the fuck his name is,
Brother G.
like
Yeah, that guy. I hated
that dude
I hated him.
was a pain. Like I think after a point, like I stopped trying to fight the first boss and I went towards him, and like I was like, how? And it got to the point where like I finally started like realizing I could do certain things and like I was doing well, and then I got to the third boss and I shit you not, I had to have tried that at least 15 times before like I just summoned help. And even with help, I was still losing.
Wait, which one was the third one?
It was the one with the poison. It was the one with like the fucking flaps on its back. It's gross.
Really?
It's
Where was
gross.
it?
It was in Old Yarnum.
In the church?
Yes. I'm just gonna say that boss can eat all the dicks. All the dicks in the
I'll look
world.
this one up now.
It's such an annoying boss because it can poison you. It's ridiculously fast. You have to use long range in order to even fucking land a hit on it. And depending on what weapon you're using, it might be too slow to hit him.
Are you
It just
serious?
aggravates me. It's like, I don't want to run my head through the damn wall just to beat the damn boss. Like, fuck.
Yeah.
So-
It's fun. It's fun with friends, but like the fact that they don't make it easy to connect with friends still like pisses
No.
me off.
Oh
Yeah.
god, no. The notes are sometimes either very useful or sometimes so not needed. You'll be like walking through, you'll be like, it'll say, "Oh, careful of like hidden gunmen." You're like, "Oh, thank you very much." And then you start rolling, and then you see the gunman shooting. And you're like, "Oh, thank you." Then you'll see another note that'll be like in front of like it'll be a corridor, and then there'll be a note in front that'll be like a friend is ahead, and you'll be like, "All right, cool." And then you walk 2 more steps, and it says like a friend is
Wait,
ahead.
it's not that one, is it?
A friend
the
is ahead.
Bloodstarved Beast?
Bloodstarved Beast. Fuck that guy.
That was the one?
Fuck him.
I guess you're alright. We do have our different bosses.
Fuck him.
Oh, I
Jesus.
conquered
He
them.
was the one boss.
I won't
Even
tell
on
you
New
how
Game
many
Plus,
times.
he was the one boss I still have trouble with. Like I can get through those other bosses. I can figure it out. I got that shit. That's the one boss I can't figure out. Like I just get lucky when I beat him, and then that's it. Like
Have you guys ever gotten frustrated at a boss yet? And just I at one point I was just like, I'm done with this. I started throwing pebbles at him.
No, I just quit. That's why I haven't picked up the game in like a month.
he threw
I
pebbles at
just-
the boss.
Dude, it was so bad, bro. Oh my god, it was so annoying. I was sitting there, I was just like, I was like literally controlling hand, like about to break, and I'm just like, I was taking hits, and I was like,
You're just chucking pebbles at him.
Just I was trying to express my aggravation in video game, and I guess throwing rocks.
Is the way to do it.
I wasn't there, but I feel like the boss would have just started laughing at you.
Oh god,
Petty
Would
human.
have aggravated me more.
it broke its code, started laughing at me.
Yeah, right.
I'd like snap the disc in half. I'd be like, that's it! Who's laughing now, bitch?
Not even alive anymore. Then you have a troll friend who sends you all the boss fights, and then you're like, ah, fuck you.
I've actually the game I've been playing the most recently has been Dragon Age Inquisition.
I love that game.
Oh my god, that game is fucking
Okay.
phenomenal.
It's amazing.
Yeah, and it's interesting because it's the one game I've been playing on stream that I've like consistently had a ton of people like coming in to watch, and so like I'm wondering if like maybe it's like an RPG thing. People really like watching RPGs more so than other games, and so
Well,
one
it
of the,
makes sense.
kind of, but like there's a lot of downtime in Dragon Age sometimes. Sometimes I'm just out there like picking flowers and shit. Like
Making
Wow.
camp and shit.
yeah, it's like that's not even the fun part, but I enjoy it. You know, I see it.
I don't.
I enjoy it to an
Well, like,
extent.
it took me fucking 30 minutes to find one campsite one time, and I was just like, what the fuck is the campsite? And I had my horse, like, jumping off mountains, and
Yes.
dude, you should make horses jump off mountains. It's like, my horse is flexible as fuck. Like, this shit, like, lands. He's just like, woo! And he lands, literally, like, seriously.
Hashtag dexterity bonus.
Yeah, like, I want horseback riding, and I'm like, do you think this horse is gonna do the same thing in Dragon Age? I was like, no.
You have a flexible horse. Wow.
Terrible idea.
My horse is so flexible. It's just like,
It literally
It's
is.
flexible
Like,
because it's
just
dead.
stop-
It's like a limb.
Okay, try it and then tell me. Play Dragon Age
I've
Inquisition.
done so. I haven't like done it off of anything substantial, but I've made the horse jump off, and it was just like, hey, what's up, bro?
Yeah. Woo!
Awesome. Yeah, that's great. And then there's like certain points where like I can't get through like an archway, even though there's enough space for my head to clear. I can't get through. I'm like, fuck you! Get through there. The game is phenomenal, and I encourage everyone at home. Well, I mean, fucking Witcher 3 is about to come out, so it's kind of hard to say.
Yeah.
Buy The
I'm
Witcher
sorry.
3. Also by Dragon Age Inquisition, because the game is amazing. So many awesome
It's like
interactions.
$40 now or something. So
How
yeah,
much?
it's dropped
I
down.
think it's $40 or so.
Yeah, that's beyond a great value. It's a great value at 60, and I don't say that about a lot of games these days.
Yeah, seriously. It's like we always have to expect the worst of price tags now. It's going to be 60. Just even if the game is trash or a masterpiece.
Yeah, like Assassin's Creed Unity, for example, that should have been free.
Oh my god, we're gonna
Yeah.
talk about that. We're gonna talk about that. Ah,
That should have been literally like -$5. Like,
They owe you
pay
money.
me to play that shit.
we'll give you money to play our game. So
I think
marketing.
they rushed through it again. They rushed through every Assassin's Creed. The one game aside from 4 that I actually enjoyed was Rogue, and even then it felt a little rushed, but it was better. It was a different perspective. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I really like the costume from Assassin's Creed 2 and 3 though. Like those costumes were
Oh, yeah?
awesome. And those costumes you guys are in when you went.
Exactly. Hence the face. Oh wait, iTunes fans can't see what we're doing, but it's funny.
So if there's anything to be heard or said, is to not only watch it on iTunes, but watch it on YouTube as well. That way you can get the facial expression. You can see Mona's pretty face. You can see us being crazy.
I just got a random screenshot.
Yes, so we have like fucking between the last podcast, which was like a month ago, because we had to take a hiatus because there was a lot of shit going on.
Yeah.
We have a lot of games that came out. I didn't put all the games on there because that's too much.
Yeah,
So I'm just gonna run down a list of like the games that are there, and then we can talk about whichever ones you want to talk about before we get to the actual other news.
okay.
So, Bubblegum Popper on the Wii U. Stealth Inc. 2. A Game of Clones.
Bubblegum popper.
Bubblegum Popper.
It's another Wii winner.
Another Wii win. Game of the Year.
Gotta look that one up. Keep going.
Aru's Awakening. I don't know anything about it, but maybe you guys at home, or you guys know about it. Bastion on PS4, which is exciting, because I wanted to play it.
Sorry,
I still have to check that one out.
Mm-hmm.
it's cool.
We were just talking about Dark Souls 2, available on all the consoles, whatever.
Fuck that game. Fuck these games.
Fuck those games. Pokemon Rumble World 3DS.
I
Affordable.
can see you highlighting that. That's neat.
Yeah, right. Affordable Space Adventures, which is
Wait, what? Affordable space adventure?
Dude.
It's another Wii U winner.
another Wii U game of the year, bro. Like, don't knock it.
I gotta look that one up too. Bubblegum poppers. It leaves little to be desired if you Google that.
Affordable space adventure.
See what had
Holy
happened
God,
was,
are you serious? Oh, it looks interesting though.
If you define interesting as wanting to see it,
Isn't
Not the
it
bubblegum.
$60 though?
How what? What?
How much is it?
Probably more than you should pay for it.
I think that's just the same with every Wii U game.
That
Just gonna say.
Burn.
she's funny. She's funny.
Dang it.
She's really funny.
Bubblegum.
The other one
I
looks
actually gonna
kinda
look this
cool.
up now, because now
Yeah.
you guys.
The affordable space adventure.
That looks kind of neat.
Yeah, it does look neat. It really does.
The other one, not so much.
No, Mr. Bubblegum, no.
No, Mr. Bubblegum Pupper.
No, Mr. Bubblegum.
I Am Bread, which I actually want to play because it looks hilarious. I saw a video of like some people playing that game, but they were eating hot chili peppers while they were doing it. And so
What?
They were trying to get through the level as fast as they could while having the hot chili pepper like searing their face.
Wow.
Yeah.
Right? It was great. I highly recommend watching it because it's hilarious. I don't want to do a hot pepper challenge though, because fuck that.
Dude, fuck that now.
I would. I just wouldn't enjoy it.
I mean, I would do it for the sake of
Just doing it once.
at
I don't know if I'd do it again.
for your enjoyment, not for mine. I
Yeah.
would not enjoy that at all.
We should definitely petition Will to eat,
damn it.
a couple of them, just because he said that.
Put in 20 for that.
For real. We'll bring in 20 peppers, not $20, but 20 peppers.
So we could see it and replay it.
The best you're gonna get is me playing scary games, which has its own thing. Fucking Outlast, dude. Seriously. Like, I almost died 3 times playing that, like in real life.
Heart attack live.
Just saying. Like, every time I turn it on, I'm like, all right, we got this. And then, like, halfway through my playthrough, I'm like, why the fuck am I doing this? Like, what am I doing?
What is this mean? Do I like this?
Like, it's kind of like, I'm trying to think of something that's not super inappropriate. Like, it's like a good pain. I'm just gonna leave it at that. It's like you like playing it, but you're also like experiencing pain. You're like, fuck, man. I'm just gonna leave it at that.
I'm not gonna go there. I'm not gonna go there, man. You can't get me today. Nice try.
I'm trying to get you to play it. It ain't working.
God.
We have Tower of Guns, which
Which
I
was
assume there's a tower
free.
and there's guns involved.
That was free for PlayStation Plus a while back.
Oh, it was?
Yeah, but it didn't look that great.
Oh, okay. Well, then fuck it. Xenoblade Chronicles on a 3DS. Mortal Kombat X.
Okay, you guys are gonna hate me on this, but I didn't even touch the game yet. I
You
haven't
haven't?
bought it.
Okay.
I'm sorry, guys. I haven't even bought it. I
Don't
just want to see the video.
apologize.
I still suck at it.
Dude, I'm gonna wait for it till the price drops a little bit. Like, I feel like it's not worth $60, even though the graphics are great, and when you kill people, the insane amount of fucking gore that goes into it, that makes me cringe a little bit, but I do want to play it, and I feel like I might just even wait till, like, a couple of months till it drops. Because, like, they even make you pay for the new characters and DLCs, like, to play this person, and I'm like,
Yeah.
$60 for just a fucking fighting game, and then another...
It's like 24 or so for the season pass, I think.
Then you can
And
download
then
anyone,
there's-
right?
Yeah.
No, because Goro was separate. It was something
What?
stupid. Like, yeah, Goro
You
was
had
like
to pre-order
$5,
it
I
in order
think.
to get 'em.
Yeah,
Oh.
well, I didn't pre-order it. I shouldn't have to pre-order a game just to get one damn character. Like,
Yeah.
Well, that goes with items as well. You know what I mean? That's
I think
the
just
whole
like
pre-order
certain
bullshit.
things like that fundamentally change the way you play the game shouldn't be DLC like that. And so like one of my biggest criticisms about The Last of Us was the fact that like they incorporated perks and weapons that you can only get if you paid.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was stupid.
Yeah, fuck that, dude. What the
You're already paying enough money for the game, so why do you have to be charged up the ass for another part of it?
Like, and the thing is, if someone buys that weapon, there's a crossbow that you can buy that if you get hit once with it, it'll make you bleed out.
Yeah, no.
OP as fuck. As fuck.
I like to play Call of Duty, and that's like my favorite online multiplayer game. But I hate buying a season pass for like the 5-6 DLC packs that they're gonna release till the next Call of Duty comes out, and I'm just like, I don't have enough money to pay like double the price
Seriously.
for that
one
game. For a
Yeah.
season
You
pass. Like,
separate the gaming community like that. It like
Yeah.
creates division.
You really
don't
do.
need that.
it's like people with money and people with no money, even though we're all on the same platform.
Can't play
It's-
together. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's insane.
Yeah.
And then like having PS4 and an Xbox One like different release dates for DLC just like pisses
Yeah,
me off.
that's
Because like PS4 has to wait a bit longer for
Than
any
Xbox One.
DLC that is made
Yeah.
for like Microsoft or any deals that Microsoft has. So
And at the same time, I can kind of get, they try to have to make some type of deals to
no, no.
Yeah, exactly. They don't have
There should be
I'm
no-
paying my money for that console. They better release it at the same damn time. So
See, she brings up an excellent point. I understand, like they have to hold true to loyalties and everything, but dude, you're literally dividing and pissing off gamers big time. You know what I mean? If that's your mindset to bring people to buy an Xbox One or whatever, I think you're going about it the whole wrong way. That's gonna piss people off to not get an Xbox. You know what I mean?
And that's the same can be said about exclusives, right? Like I remember someone commented on one of my videos when I don't remember what the fuck was going on in the video, but like I mentioned, I don't even know what I do anymore. I mentioned like how certain consoles have their exclusives, and that's kind of like their way to sway you into purchasing their thing. And someone was like, it really bothers me sometimes when like I want a particular console, but like I also want to play a particular game that's only available on one console. It's like everyone wins if they make it available on the other console. But I was like, well, not everyone. I mean, the console maker doesn't win. Like,
yeah.
That just means the person doesn't have to buy that console in order to play it. So I get it in that way, but I also understand and agree with your point, Mona, about like
I get it for first party exclusives, like
yeah.
Like the one game and it's a smaller game that I still haven't played yet, but I really want to play is Ori and the Blind Forest. Like I really want to play that game.
It's really good,
but I don't have an Xbox One anymore. So that's one where I'm like, okay, like cheers to you guys. That's one you got. but it's when you have Assassin's Creed like coming like first with this much DLC to PlayStation 4 first for a month, and it's like, why do you guys do that? Yeah. Like just do it at the same time, or don't do that crap. I don't know.
It's like I feel like
games.
Sorry.
Yep. No. Go on. Games. There's first party exclusives are always going to be a good selling point for any console. Dude, when I heard Final Fantasy 15 was just for the PS4, a lot of people that I saw on Twitter, Reddit, no 15, yeah, sorry, but a lot of people were just saying, oh well, I gotta get a PS4 because we already kind of before the whole 13 to Xbox platform happened, it was always Sony PlayStation exclusives, and everyone was just assuming, all right, Kingdom Hearts, PS4, Final Fantasy 15, PS4. Now it's just everyone's going to be available to get it. It's going to be on Xbox One, and so is Kingdom Hearts 3 apparently.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. So. Yeah,
it's weird.
It used to be that with Metal Gear too.
Fucking Metal Gear. Sorry, I just had a moment.
Metal Gear.
I don't know if you know, Mona, but Metal Gear's my favorite.
Really?
Yeah.
Lord. Am I going to hear more about it?
What'd you say?
Am I going to hear more about it at some point?
You might, maybe, possibly. There's a chance. We have other games. Maybe we'll talk about Mortal Kombat a little bit later, but I have the game and I kind of like it. I kind of don't. There's certain things that bother me about it a little bit, but I'll go into detail about that another time. We have Assassin's Creed Chronicles. What the fuck was that?
My chair.
Oh, okay.
That squeak was crazy. I thought it was one of my cats. I was like, what?
Yeah, I
thought
was
it was
like,
a drill or
like,
something.
Trying to kill you?
Relax. Okay, relax.
Assassin's Creed Chronicles China.
Yes, finally, one in there.
Yes, there's gotta be an Assassin's Creed game in there.
Has
Shovel Knight on the PS4 and PS3 and Vita.
Just free. That was on PlayStation Plus.
Oh, really?
I think it was. No, that might have been another one. Sorry.
Nice.
What's the other one that came out recently that had a knight in it? I'll look it up. Never mind. Keep going.
He's like.
Broken Age, available on PS4, Vita, Act 2 on PC, whatever. Shadowrun Chronicles, State of Decay, Year 1 Survival Edition, which I actually might pick up, because I got a chance to play that at PAX a little bit, and it was pretty fun. Ether 1, which I heard really good things about, that is free on PlayStation Plus. We have Shin Megami Tensei Devil Survival, Record Breaker, whatever that means. Wolfenstein: The Old Blood, which we talked about a little bit. Attack on Titan: Humanity in Chains.
Heard it was bad.
Oh man, that's upsetting. Attack on Titan.
A lot of really, the anime is amazing. The manga is great, but I heard that this game was going to be like, oh, there's so much hype around it. It's like, oh, it's going to be great. See, you're like, oh, so many nego reviews. You know what I mean? It's going to affect you big time.
Oh yeah. See, that's why I try not to look at reviews too much for games, but
they popped up on my damn feed, and I was just like, why? Why am I going to click this? Why am I going to click this? Why am I going to click it? Damn it!
You cannot escape.
I seriously can't, dude. Apparently, some of my friends that don't even game, picked it up and said, "Oh wow, it's bad." I'm like, what? Come on, man.
I don't trust them. Like, they made the order look so bad, and I did not want to buy it, and I was just like, no. And then my sister bought it for me, and I actually fell in love with it. Like, it was great. I know it was 7 hours.
Not the only one.
Yeah.
I'm praying to God that somebody there just makes a DLC, because I need to get my order fixed real quick, because that game was so short, and I was just like, ah. But I thought it was amazing.
Good too. Yes, I thought it was really good.
The company
There's nothing wrong with it, It was.
There was nothing wrong with it. The graphics was really good. I felt like
it was just a short game, That's all it was. But I mean, how many great games have been short,
But if you want to play other games, you have like Skyrim and you have Dragon Age. Like, you have other games that can fulfill that need. Like, you can't really pinpoint every game to be that way.
Exactly.
See, that's what a lot of us do. It's it's great, but is it X great? Is it comparable to this, and this? How many gameplay hours? 7?
It's like, it doesn't have multiplayer. It doesn't have a DLC. It doesn't have this and this and I was like, not every game has to be that way. Like, I feel like you could buy it for $40 would be better, because 60 is a little bit too much for it. But I feel like it's just a good game. Reviews screwed it up.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think the thing that people kind of forget is games like that game was set out to do something specific, right? It was supposed to be a cinematic experience. It was supposed to be like a movie. You're like, oh, this game is like a movie. I don't like it. It was like, well, then you don't like games that are like movies. Like, that's what it was like. That's like getting mad at a fighting game because it has fighting game mechanics.
There's too much fighting.
It's true.
Yeah.
There's too much
fighting in this fighting game.
Picking up things, like, and holding it, and like the way like the graphics look, it was just so good. Like, I would just sometimes just sit and stare at it. I'm like, oh my god.
You're so pretty. Don't move.
I know.
What?
I was like, Galahad, why do you look like this? But did you guys see, like, if you guys played it, did you see like the Sackboy crossover?
Yeah, like how he kind of picked it up and just kind of like was flopping around in his hand.
I was just like,
awesome.
Yeah, they had like little shout outs to Sony too throughout the game too. That was one of them. I remember that one.
I'm gonna
they're
get it
definitely
when I can get it at a really great price. Just because like I have so much other games I'm playing that like I'm not hard pressed to buy it. And so that's the reason why I'm not getting it. And I know that you work for a site that that does review games as well, and Black Only Blog also reviews games. But the way that we do it isn't necessarily like a number review. We do it based on like a context sensitive, like, buy it or try it or pass or or like must buy, like games that are like exceptional. And so like I find that numbers, this is something we've talked about on the podcast before, but people get really caught up on those numbers. Like, they look at the order and say it has like a 7 or 6 Metacritic, and they're like, oh, it's not for me. I'm just not even gonna bother.
It's terrible.
I only play like 9.5 games.
9.5
Yes,
games.
that's
only.
stupid. Oh my god.
It's like, no.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, like, you're not gonna find a 9.5 game, okay? Like, once in a while.
Except The Witcher.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I don't know. Earmuffs. I got to earmuff it. I don't know.
Did you see Conan O'Brien plays The Witcher 3?
Oh my
No.
god.
My god.
That drove me. I was like crying of how funny it was.
I was at work and I was like trying to hold it together when I was like.
What game was he? Didn't he also try out a Killzone Shadowfall when the PS4 first got
So yeah.
Did he?
announced? That was
I
so
didn't see
fun.
that one.
Yeah.
I saw the
He did
Tomb
the-
Raider one and that one was fucking.
The Tomb Raider one made me. That was like my #1 favorite of his video game reviews.
Kept like falling down and like falling into the river and like dying.
That was the part I struggled with Tomb Raider too. Like, I think I did not play after that part.
Oh no.
Because I couldn't get past the part where she kept getting stabbed in the throat.
You only see it a few times. You're like, nope, I'm done.
I'm serious. I left my controller. I was like, yeah, fuck it. I'm not playing. Just watch YouTube gameplays.
I think I got really lucky when I was playing that part because like I didn't have any trouble with it, and so I was just like, oh okay. But like seeing Conan like constantly like back and
That's
forth.
like my reaction. I felt like I was the one stabbed in the throat because it was like, and I was like, yeah.
It was
Brutal.
Mm-hmm.
Very brutal.
But
What else
check.
we got here? Final Fantasy 10 and 10-2 HD Remaster!
Oh,
Another
goody,
one.
another run.
It was on PS3 before, now it's on PS4.
Yay.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, it's not $40, it's $50. Like,
Jeez.
Really?
that pisses me off, you know? Like on PS4 it was like $40, and then the other day I went into GameStop because I had no other option. Because my friend, I didn't even buy anything. My friend brought me in there. He's like, "Oh, let's go check out what games they have." And then I pulled out my phone, and he goes, "No, I want to go to GameStop." I'm like, "Dude, no."
No,
He just, I was just like,
That
"Dude, no."
place. That's all we got, man. Nope. Amazon. Deal with it.
Exactly. Everyone should have Amazon, you know, within
But
area.
Best Buy is good. They have like a gamers membership thing that I think you pay $50 a year and you get like 20% off every new
That's
game.
great.
Every
That's
new-
Yeah, so-
amazing.
That's what I get. Like whenever I want to buy a game, I have to make the drive there. But like I got Bloodborne for like $40
Nice.
when it released. Yeah,
That's beautiful. Oh, you gotta love it when stuff like that happens.
and they like price match. Like they price match to Amazon.
Oh,
so.
really?
Oh,
Dude, they've been price matching. Like I got my Disney
I
Infinity
know, right?
$50 because they price matched to Amazon.
This is good. I think you just made, you know, just a little bit, because I have a Best Buy, like not even 10 minutes
Yeah.
away.
We
So.
live close to each other, so we have a best
Yeah,
buy.
we have a Best Buy pretty close.
Yeah,
to each
I don't
other.
pay full price at Best Buy. I'm just like, do you see this? Could you match this?
Could you match this? I don't even know what that is. That's a phone. You
Just fucking match it.
Match it! Dude, you wrote that in. I don't care!
What do you mean it's free? I don't know, dude. Amazon says it's free. I mean,
Amazon, take it up with them.
Yeah, I just got
they open the cash register, they give you a 10 and the game. Okay.
Project Cars!
Which I was excited about, but not excited about anymore.
Why? You were super excited about this game.
Because I heard it's not perfect.
Oh, okay, fucking...
Well, and I heard the Driveclub looks better.
Yeah.
That was something I was really concerned about. So as a console guy, because I'm sorry, I'm not PC master race. I don't have the fancy schmancy graphics card and all that stuff.
High
but
five.
yeah. But I have my PS4, so now that I know Driveclub is better, I don't have a much, visually speaking, interest in it. But I did hear it's very cool to pick up, that you just need to take your time with each car, that it's still very well done, but I'm not as interested as I was.
I just love the visual language that Driveclub has. Like, I remember before it came out, they were doing like some like video contest or something, but like it had like an asset pack of like all the visual style guides for it, and it was like so well done. And as an artist myself and designer, I was like, this gives me a designer hard on. Like, I like this. Like, this is what's up. I like it. So Driveclub gets respect from me, kind of like from an artistic perspective, and like they purposefully do things to the visuals to make it feel more authentic. I think that's brilliant. But yeah, we have a lot of games that have come out, and there are plenty more coming out. It's a wonderful time to be a gamer. And with that, I'd love to move on to the news, the newsy stuff, the stuff underneath the stuff about releases. So, wow. Try that again. Castlevania creator, Crowdsource funded, Symphony successor. And this is going to tie into the Kickstarter thing, because we're starting to... I've been seeing them dying down a little bit more. We're not seeing as many games coming out with crowdsource funding, but we're starting to see some like really awesome things still coming out of crowdsource funding. And I'm going to tie this into Metal Gear because that's just what I do. But Hideo Kojima is leaving Konami. Do you think, Keiji Inafune was from Capcom. He left Konami, started his own, Kickstarter campaign for Mighty Number 9. Yeah. And so, do you think that's the next natural step for people moving out of large development studios to go into crowdsource funding? And are you excited for a Castlevania successor?
I mean, honestly, if you're leaving a big company and then on your own, your first game, it makes sense to have it crowdsourced. And it takes a lot of weight off you, you know what I mean? And then you're good. Then from there, you gotta cater to the fans what they wanted and what you wanted, because of what they were doing with Mighty Number 9.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Can you hear that? I'm sorry.
I love cats. Show the cat. Show the kitty.
Okay, I'll show Kitty. Sorry, guys. Okay.
The internet needs more cats. More cats.
I have 5 cats.
Should
I don't
get
need
my
any
dog
more.
in here to compete.
We should.
Do it.
And Jake's running around there somewhere.
But sorry.
Oh yeah. I mean, it makes sense, and it's in the first step to do that, and then afterwards, once you make a solid game and you make profit off of it, then you shouldn't have to crowdsource it again. That's just ideally, like. But there's always going to be people taking advantage of crowdsource. I mean, free money is free money is free money. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
I mean, it might be a good. I mean, I view it as a good idea just because they're leaving a bigger company to give fans what they want.
Right.
Like that speaks volumes, because it's like, I have a good cushy job that I get 6 figures a year, and I can leave
One day.
that no job. I don't even know if you have hopefully you have a savings, but you don't have no more income. So
I don't know. Like, I read the other one directly underneath the one you're talking about, so I know I'm conflicted.
Yeah.
As long as I'm okay with the idea, I love new ideas, or someone that wants to bring forth something they couldn't make on their own. Like, if the audience can help contribute, make something like the spiritual successor to Mega Man, like, hell yeah, like, I'm all for
yes,
that.
completely.
But I'm also not cool with other people taking advantage of that system either.
Yeah.
And you see that a lot nowadays. It's just like,
Yeah,
it's turned in. It really does. And this is and you see that like a lot now. It's come down to, especially in the cosplay community. Not to be a dick or anything, but I see so many people who just say that, oh, I need a crowd. It's like, if everyone can pitch in to help me buy my materials, help me, pay this, and this, and then it's like $3,000 to make one costume. I'm just like, holy shit! It's one costume, and people either make it or don't make it with it, and then it's sad, because that's a lot of money, and if you're doing this as a hobby, you should not be investing money from other people like that.
Better be made out of gold. It's fucking $3,000.
Oh
Yeah.
Warbler gets expensive.
I mean, if people want to pay for it, then they have the right to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I would personally rather that money go towards something kind of like, I don't know, like if they were cosplaying for like, this major event or like charity or something like that, and like they have to take time out of their job to make the costume. They need the materials and stuff like that. I can kind of understand that. But I understand your perspective as well.
Yeah. I'd rather donate to useful things. I don't know. It's like I'm sorry that made me sound like a dick, but
No, it's people asking for a handout for crap they don't necessarily need. I mean,
they're making art though, right? Cosplay in a way is art.
It is, but would you really want to pay someone several $1,000s so they could dress up to be a character just because they wanted to? Or would you want to support them because it's if it benefits, I don't know, us as a community more? Like, I could see spending money towards that, but I wouldn't say, yeah, man, here, go get those shorts you need.
Yeah, people aren't getting anything out of it, right?
that.
They're not getting anything out of it. So, like, if someone does a Kickstarter for like a comic book, for example, which I might do at some point,
That's
like,
different.
People are getting something in return for like giving money.
Yeah. Well, see, that's different. If you give a comic book, people that donate this amount, get a first-hand copy before it's even out, signed by the author. That's different. You get something tangible. I'm sorry, but you're paying to help our art grow, but you're also getting something tangible out of it.
Yeah.
And the other thing that was under that you guys at home haven't seen was the fraudulent Kickstarter pledge devastate developers. So there were developers working on a game, and they ended up getting like a $6,000 pledge from someone, and so like they made their goal, and they had the stress like off their shoulders, like they were good, and then they found out it was like a fraudulent, like someone, it wasn't a real charge, and so like it got put on their account, but then it actually wasn't true, so like it ended up making their Kickstarter goal like fail.
What?
And so like that's the adverse effect of kind of like this crowdsource funding thing. It's like people as a whole have the power to like help developers make something really awesome and beautiful, but they also have the power to like stress them the fuck out. Like, I can't even imagine what it's like to be in a situation like that.
That just goes from like
£7,000 because it's UK, so it's about I don't know, like several $1,000s. But they needed $30,000 to make their goal, and they made it within like the last few hours, and basically that last donation was just crap.
Yeah.
Damn.
It's slowing someone's dreams. And the game sounded cool. It said that Dimension Drive was described as a comic book style space adventure set in a multi-dimensional universe. And the shooter features a teleportation mechanic that gives players the chance to fight on 2 battlefields at once, and is said to combine shooting, defense, and puzzling action. And I was like, yeah, that's
awesome.
neat.
That's awesome. That's worth it, dude. That's
I don't know.
man, that's
It's
really
toying with their dreams, though.
Yeah.
That's a dick move, though. Oh god, that's such a dick move. How do you accidentally, fraudulently, do 7K and then all of a sudden just be like,
There's some asshole out there. You know there's that guy.
there's always that one douchebag, right?
Did I spell Assassin's Creed wrong? No, I didn't. I just didn't put the... Maybe I did. Fuck it. We're going to talk about Assassin's Creed now.
Welcome to my life spelling.
Yeah, right. God damn it.
There's a gif somewhere of How I Met Your Mother where Ted goes to spell out professor, and he acts. He looks at there. He has 2 like F marked on the. But he was about to put the second F, and he looked into the crowd, and there's this one girl that. So he adds the E. That would be as a teacher.
Ubisoft released Assassin's Creed Unity. We were talking about Assassin's Creed earlier, knowing that the game was not finished.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Yes, I want to hear you guys' impressions on that. Like, how's that? Mona, I want you to go first because you had the most animated reaction to that. I want to go with that.
Okay, I don't know. I feel like you should always like have a solid game to release. Like I feel like they were trying to improve something with the next gen release. Like, oh, I need to release this right now, but I feel like they haven't even put the effort in it, like the frame rates, and I just did not feel like it was a solid game to play. Even though they've released like I think a 30 gig patch to resolve all the issues. I like the story, I like the game, but I feel like they should have postponed it to make something greater. And there's no shame in postponing it.
Like, games are being postponed, and like gamers are overall like okay with it. Like, it's okay to do that.
Didn't the new Uncharted get postponed or something?
Yes.
Yep.
So I feel like for them to postpone something that everybody wants will make people want it more. And I feel like Ubisoft is already a well-established company that it wouldn't hurt them that much if they postponed it by a month or so, or as much as they needed to fix that.
Exactly.
I completely agreed. It's
Like,
really
they have
stuff.
an insane amount of fan. Like, my sister's a huge Assassin's Creed fan. Like, she buys everything, collector's edition, everything. Like, she's insane. And she was very sad. Like, she didn't even buy the game, and I had to buy it for her because she's like, I don't feel like I want to spend my money on it. And she would play it and, like, record, like, characters walking into each other. And she's like, look at this shit. Look at this shit. This game's with me. And I'm sorry.
You did this to me.
Take this game back. I don't want it.
Oh my god.
Like, I don't think it works that way. You can't take back games. Take it back.
Take it back. I don't want it, but it's Assassin. Just take it.
It's
back.
downloaded. You can't return a downloaded game.
Oh, I'll return something. All right.
I don't know. Like, I'm hoping they get everything right with the new Assassin's Creed that's coming out. They've had their time.
I don't
and
know.
Feel
Like they just did it. They just did another one.
Yeah,
It's
they,
I'm stale now. Like they just
it's
had
beyond
one.
yearly. I think they released 2 Assassin's Creed games a year now.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
Actually, last year.
China too is like, I was like, why are you releasing that one? I think you should be focusing more on the one that's coming up in October.
Yeah.
Because of now, like I feel like with releasing Unity and it wasn't that great, it makes you double think any Assassin's
Yes.
I can't speak.
Yes.
Assassin's Creed game that's coming up soon. So like it makes you double think it. You're like, is it going to be the same as Unity or what? Like.
Yeah.
That's
Syndicate looks. It has the right setting. It's the Victorian London setting, which is great because architecture everywhere that you can climb and such. So it's great. That's the good setting. That's a great way to start the game. But then you have to realize something. What about the bugs? What about, like certain glitches? What is this going to be another Unity?
Like their games are great, and I love like the maps and the architecture and everything's amazing. But I just feel like the patches really, like, just the glitches is what kind of can make or break a game.
Seriously.
I think
So-
the next Assassin's Creed actually looks really good, but I'm like you guys. I'm wary. I'm like, you've fooled people into buying your last game when it wasn't done. Like, what makes you think we're all gonna just be like, yeah, let's do it again? Like,
I feel like they have a big fan base anyway that will go buy it no matter what. But you know, I feel like the real like people who enjoy their games are gonna be a little bit worried about it. Like my sister's like, it looks great, but like I need to see some gameplay.
Oh, there goes Chris in his Assassin's Creed.
I just wanted to, you know, I was gonna get, you know, like a bunch of it because you said you wanted to see the cosplay and everything. I just put it in the chat.
Dude, I didn't see this costume. This is you just as like Ezio out of his like assassins.
Oh, get out!
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That is pretty cool.
Thank you.
Sexy
But yeah.
motherfucker.
I know how much he likes Etsy as well, but no, I was just trying to get everything like, you know, for that, you know, outside the podcast. But I'm sorry.
Is that a wig though, or
That's
is it nice?
Yeah, he knows how to work it.
Stop it, you. Since we're on the topic of Assassin's Creed, I really wanted to find out what, you know, like since the fandom is so big now, it's so ginormous, it's worldwide and everything. It's like I see a lot of my friends are, you know, hardcore Assassin's Creed fans. They say they hate it, you know, they don't like it and everything like that, but they still buy it. They still play it. They'll go out of their way and just, you know, spend money on it, whether it be full price, half price, or a third of the price. It's they can get, they can get away with whatever they want. You know what I mean? Like they'll get backlash. Obviously, any company will, but I mean, do they really care if they're making, you know, millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of copies?
It's like Call of Duty, like Ghost.
Yeah, Ghost.
No, Ghost.
Like.
I love Advanced Warfare. Do you play Advanced Warfare on Xbox or PlayStation?
I have them on both, actually.
Like a boss.
I have an Xbox. Okay, I bought an Xbox One, and it just kept crashing on me, and it was just not connecting and giving me that like next gen vibe.
Sounds like Xbox.
I was angry. I went to Best Buy, and I was like, "Give me a fucking white PS4 right now!" And it was like an impulse purchase, and I've never touched my Xbox since. So I'm thinking,
no ragrats.
So, people used to give me shit for talking shit about Xbox.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, and I didn't have an Xbox. I got one in November. I was like, you know what? Like, I'm going to get all the games that I wasn't able to get on the 360 because I didn't have a 360.
Okay.
So I'm going to be able to, like, they're going to do remasters. I already know this. I'm going to play those on Xbox One. And, like, from the moment I opened the box and realized that it came with, like, batteries for the controller, I was like, I done fucked up. I done fucked up. And,
see, I was the opposite. So, like, I would never touch PlayStation with a pole or a stick. I was just like, no. Like, 360s and my Wii was to go. Like, my GameCube. I was like, I'm not touching Sony. Like, eat shit, May. Like, no. My Sony fan. And she showed me, like, Uncharted and God of War. And I was like, how come that can't come out on 360? And she's like, it's only a fucking Sony exclusive. I'm like, So when I bought my PS4, I never looked back. I'm not going to lie to you. They did an amazing job with it.
And this is also one of the things that we'll talk about in the later part of the podcast as well. But like, I still play my Xbox. I still have it. But, like,
I don't.
I'm trying to do.
Okay, we don't need this.
Very simple and specific, like simple things that you take for granted. So I'll say this as an example. The headset that comes with the Xbox One is fucking terrible.
Hold on.
It's
You could say the same thing about the PlayStation 4, though. Does anyone here have that little earpiece thing?
I'm sure it's uncomfortable as shit, but people using that, when I'm having my headphones on, when people use that headset, like JC Mac 120 is one of the people who were using that for a while, he came through crystal clear. Crystal clear. Like, people on the receiving end of that, it's really good audio quality. And I'm confused as to how Sony did that. But then
actually, I did it when we played Dying Light. I didn't know that.
That headset
this sounds
sounded
ridiculous.
Crystal clear.
You could use any other headset though.
Yeah,
like,
with the
I just found that out. I feel like
I have a Sony headset that I just plugged in, and it's like the big ass ones, and I was just like, whoa, like I don't need this fucking one piece right here.
Yeah, I felt like because my friend, my roommate right now is just like, oh, why are you using the single headset? I was just like, what do you mean? He's like, why don't you use your iPhone headphones? I'm like, oh,
yeah, you can do that.
my exact
Plug it in and go with it.
What's your mind? But I feel like Sony doesn't focus on like making money like Xbox. Like I feel like they focus on delivering a great product. Like Xbox, like you need to pay for this headset. You can't have another headset. You have to have this like one that just works with the system. Like
we gotta buy our battery pack for our controller.
Yeah, and it's a fucking DVR. It's just like
dude. And you got
box.
Really is.
And again, I'm trying not to rag on the Xbox. Like I played Smite yesterday. It was like early access. I got an early code for it. Been playing that and been having fun. But like, I was trying to stream. First of all, Twitch kept stopping on the Xbox One. Like it just stopped broadcasting like 4 times, and I'm just like, what the fuck are you doing? There's no reason. I'm not doing anything special here. I'm just playing the game. I'm not like trying to form a nuclear weapon out of an Xbox.
Like relax.
Yeah, dude. And then like I was trying to have my friend in the session as well. Like the person who got me, Andy. I can do a shout for Andy Sandbox. He got me early access to the game because he works with the company, and he works with like people like me, like you, Mona. I actually connected with him. He's really awesome. And I couldn't, like, people on the stream couldn't hear Andy. There was no option to allow his voice to be shared. On PlayStation, it's just an option. It's just a thing you click.
Yeah, but Xbox, like, even if you go through the settings, like, it won't work. There's, like, a weird way when you try to do, like, the group chat thing. Like, I couldn't hear my friends forever, and then they told me, like, you had to unsnap this and do this and stuff. And I was like, I don't know. Why can't I just hear them when they join my party? Like,
it should be simple. And there's no control for controlling the volume of your party versus the game.
None.
What sucks?
Like, it goes back to like, why did Microsoft like release it then? Like,
why did they do it?
It's a fucking game. If you just wait and work on a product that's going to be amazing, because like I wouldn't have bought a PS4 if my Xbox was shit. You know what I mean? I like Xbox. Like I will cut you if you have an opinion about my Xbox. But like, it's just not.
It was just a matter of sucking less than the other guys. That's all they had to do.
Seriously.
That's all. And the fact is, the PlayStation is a great product, and so like
that's
great product plus like sucking less than the other guys.
Yeah.
Like, you did
and
it.
cheaper too. Like
cheaper.
Yeah.
Not now.
$500 with the Kinect.
Well,
shit.
kind of. I think Microsoft kind of cheated on the price.
Yeah. Well, what do you mean?
That you're selling half a system.
Oh well, yeah. I guess that's
Sure.
true.
If you're going to market it as an entertainment media center device and it comes with Kinect, and then they're like, you need this. No, you don't need this. To me, when I had it with the Kinect, that's what made it. I mean, to give Microsoft some props to try and stop hating on them so much.
Sorry, Microsoft.
But no, because I love it. Will knows. I love doing that. I don't care. It was cool saying like Xbox On and having your TV and your Xbox turn on and saying Xbox Watch TV, and you can watch TV and you can say Xbox what's on ESPN. It would show you what's on ESPN. Like, it had the right idea. It was still picky and sensitive.
It's not bad. Like I feel like if we give them more time, like in a year or so, they might be almost like close to like PS4's level of release. You know,
sure.
Like I love Xbox. Like it's my favorite. It's my first console that I've really liked, and I still have 360. But like I just feel like it's not up to its standards right now. Like I'll give it a year, and I know they're gonna release a slim one. They're just fucking with me with this DVR status, and I know they're gonna release a slim one. So I'm just waiting for that shit to like rip on. But,
they see me trolling.
My cat just jumped off
the perfect time. Oh my god.
They see me rolling and my cat just dives across the street in the screen. Oh my god. Yes, had your moment of fame.
That internet fame though.
Yeah, seriously. But no, I mean it's just crazy because I think, well, if we're going back into this, I mean PS3 came out and it was a shitstorm. It was horrible. And Sony knew from there it's never going to do that again, and they learned from their mistakes. And they came out swinging.
I bought it at $600 too. My fucking.
Did you really?
Listen.
I spent somewhere like that. It was between 5 and 6 for me too.
Listen.
Yeah.
I knew Metal Gear, dude. That's all you had to tell me, and that was it.
You were absolutely.
And at the time, right before it came out, it was like Final Fantasy was going to be exclusive. Fucking whatever else was coming from Square Enix was going to be exclusive. Fighting games, I always played on PlayStation consoles because they just were better controls for fighting games. Like I played Street Fighter 4 on Xbox 360, and I wanted to throw the controller. Like Hadouken on a D-pad for the default 360 D-pad. Oh my god! so annoying. Like, I'd press down forward, quarter circle forward, and I would jump. I'm like, oh, great.
This is gonna be one of those days.
Here. This is how this is gonna happen. All right, glad to know. Thanks, Xbox.
Microsoft's gonna fry our Xbox Ones.
They're like, oh, you going?
They're gonna be like, okay, bitch.
You gonna
like, what? Try turning on your Xbox again. Boom. Kill switch right then and there.
And speaking of consoles, Oculus Rift, in theory, could make it to consoles.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how you guys feel about virtual reality at this. Well, I know how some of you guys feel about it, but not everyone. So, I had a chance to play on the Oculus Rift a few times. One of the early developer kits and one of the ones from PAX last year. I didn't play it this year because I was just like, I was done with it at the time. But I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really awesome. Really immersive. But also kind of like, you know, if I had to play Outlast with that on, I would shit myself. Like,
I wouldn't even do it, dude.
You would have an actual heart attack.
I would literally have a heart attack, and I don't know if I'm ready for that. I'm too young to be having a
You're
heart
too
attack.
young, bro. You're too young, bro.
Like, if they kind of made like a Super Mario game or a Mario game with the Oculus, I would totally play it. But like any other scary games or any other like games that like I'm not feeling, I would not touch it. Like,
What about Mirror's Edge?
that would be good.
It'd be intense.
It would be fucking intense.
Yeah.
You're like,
Jump, holy, bro.
Yeah.
Mid jump, fuck this, bro.
Parkour.
How about- I can imagine those Twitch streamers and stuff like that. It's like, oh yeah, just about to do this, and they'll hit like a gnarly jump, and you see them in game. Like there'll be one screen for in game, one screen for out of, for them and running and everything. And you're gonna be like that. You're gonna be like, whoa, that's so cool. Then you're gonna look.
I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for it.
Faith like this, if she is still the main protagonist, she's gonna be like hand on knees and everything, just bottle her mouth up.
The character's gonna do the action animation.
I would laugh so hard if oh my god.
Would you guys? So I haven't heard your thoughts on this one. I actually heard both Itsyoru and SoILakaSOAD's thoughts on VR. But are you on board with it?
I'm kind of iffy about it. Like, I feel like it's a cool thing and it's a cool experience. We don't have anything like that on the market at the moment. But I don't know if I would buy it. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I like my consoles, but I don't know. It's just weird. Like, why would I want it super close to me, like right here, and I can play on my screen? Like, I don't know. Like, I know it's supposed to give you an experience, kind of like an in-person experience, and that could create a lot of problems.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Will shitting himself and having a heart attack.
At the
Something
same
we want to
time.
avoid. Someone getting vertigo and throwing up all over themselves.
Like,
Something we'd like to avoid.
Maybe like for professional aspect, I think that would be great to see the game. But like, I feel like it's just weird. I feel like we're taking the video game, like gaming, into like a different weird like
It would
place.
be exhausting, I think. Like, I remember my experiences with the Rift, and like I did experience a little bit of fatigue.
Did you?
Yeah, I mean, like it's like you're almost in a way forcing your brain to think about the game differently. It's not as maybe it was just the
Natural?
context. I don't know. It wasn't as natural, but it was still really cool. Like I really enjoyed it, but like I can see after a while, like kind of getting tired.
Yeah.
It's like it's so much sensory overload at once.
That's probably it, though. Just you'd be like you'd be sitting there and be like, oh, this is so cool. This is awesome. This is the
Yeah,
fuck,
like
you know?
like doing this after a while, and you're like, all right.
And then once it adjusts to the fucking real world, you're like, ooh, this way, so I'm okay.
What is this bird? Why?
Is it real?
Why did it land on me?
Can I press X to grab it?
You see a bird, you like
I feel
go
like that
catch
happens
it.
when you just play regular video games. So like, imagine being in the game itself. Could be a good experience. I would-
It could be EA's tagline again. Get into the game.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
That's an old one.
That is another one. Did we just date ourselves?
A little bit.
Fuck. Backfired.
Trishola. Okay, oh my god.
And this ties into. You see how I lay this out? Everything kind of ties into each other, right?
Mhm.
Ark is an open world Jurassic Park-esque first-person shooter.
Oh!
Also
Okay.
getting a Project Morpheus support. And so this is why I was saying before earlier when we were talking about Jurassic Park, I was like, it's a game, it's happening, it's gonna be.
It's already happening, dude. Just don't worry about it.
Yeah, dude. Aside from what I was just saying about like the fatigue from like that sounds like a really fucking cool game.
Also nerve-wracking too. I don't want to be walking through and all of a sudden I hear the little soft chimmer of a raptor just going. You'd be like, oh, fuck. Where is it? You'll see one right there, then you start looking everywhere just because you've seen Jurassic Park 6,000 times.
Right.
So you know
like,
they're setting you up one right there to distract you from the one on the side.
Oh,
So I'm gonna be like,
No. See, I would rather just dig my grave and just bury myself in it if that would happen. I'd be like, I might as well just die.
Oh, there's a raptor? Oh, wait, hold on for a second. Let me just
Mom, go down.
Go on
just go off screen. What are you doing? I'm burying myself. What? There's a raptor nearby.
And is this? I can't remember actually. Is this a Kickstarter or is this actually just being straight up developed?
I think it was being straight up developed.
Yeah, dude, I'm ready. I'm ready for this game.
Do we have any
Like bow and
ETA
arrows. You can ride dinosaurs. Like, come on, dude.
ride dinosaurs? That's amazing.
It says Rapsat goes on to explain that the 60 species available at launch won't just be standing around waiting to be stabbed either. Which is a nice thing. They're designed with a predator/prey ecosystem in mind. And yes, your tiny, delicious human avatar will fall into that hierarchy as well. Honestly, in black and white, this sounds like a blast to me.
This does. On paper, it sounds ridiculously fun.
Yeah. Like, dude, come on. And it's coming to PlayStation. It's not like it's only going to be a PC game,
It's true. So we're looking forward to this. When do you think the ETA on just virtual reality along with this delicious
Early 2016?
That's not that bad.
I think. I haven't heard a price yet on Rift or Morpheus yet.
That's going to be the big thing, Like,
I'm expecting $300,
I'm not
$400.
paying $600 for that shit. I did it once with the PlayStation 3.
No, I'm not doing that again.
Not doing it again.
I don't know. That's what I've been thinking like the whole time. Like, it sounds like something I'd really want to try, but how much?
Yeah.
Exactly. It's the economy's not good, and including for gamers as well. It's just like, how many games? What? How many games does it come out with? How many species of dinosaurs? We have to balance the list out. Is it worth X amount of money versus all the things you get in, or can you wait for the price drop?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Cute. I have a little guest with me as well. Sorry, guys.
Don't apologize. I think it's great. And we talked a little bit about DLC earlier. We had a great conversation about DLC. I want to bring it back for a second just to kind of discuss the DLC for Batman Arkham Knight.
Sorry.
I would love for you to start this because I remember we were talking about this in the Black Only podcast thread on Facebook. And
Get it together.
I want you to, Chris, go ahead. Just go.
Where do we begin? Where do we begin? Okay. I can't. I just up until a couple weeks ago when they just had the basic information out for Batman Arkham Knight. It was kind of cool. It was like, oh, it's a new Bat. It's the end all be all. It has a mature rating. It was great. I love it. It's great. It's coming out. And then my two favorite characters get announced at once. It was Nightwing and Robin. And anyone that knows me knows that I am the biggest Nightwing fan on the freaking face of the earth. If you can see that, it's a wall dedicated to Nightwing. I'm not even lying. I am not even lying to you guys. I have Nightwing figures. I have Nightwing pops. I have a lot of Nightwing shirts. I have Nightwing the costume in there as well. But it's just something. Oh God, I was so happy to hear it. I mean, like the DLC was just going insane. I mean, you have to. It is DLC, right? I thought it comes with the game. I don't know
if Nightwing. I think Nightwing is just with the game, right?
Yeah, Nightwing and.
I think so.
I think so. I mean, just that just was great. I mean, just to see that Arkham Knight is pulling out all the stops and just bringing in characters that are very, very popular amongst the DC fan, the fandom in the world. Sorry, my cat. I had to push that up. I'm sorry, guys. Sorry, I can't.
No, that's fine.
But yeah, I mean, how do you guys feel about it? I mean,
They haven't really gave us any information about what the fuck is actually in it. They're like, oh, hey, pay $40 for some DLC for stuff that happens. Okay, bye.
That's what sucks about it. You know, it's just like I'm a person that's always so happy to be like, oh, you know what? We gotta make sure that it's worth it. You know, all this and that. But then there's that one thing that'll make me buy it, and that's it.
Yeah, they do. They need to figure their shit out because they really have to like, and it's not just about Batman. It's about all the other games that come out with DLC, especially inflated DLC. We were just talking about how Call of Duty makes you pay out the ass for these extra maps, but like these are things that fundamentally change everything about the game. Like, careful about how you do that kind of stuff. So like, they say there's going to be story missions. There's going to be let me just say what it says. Season Pass, which is priced at $40, will include 6 months of post-launch content. Right? That sounds great. Cool. That equates to more story missions, villains, Batmobile skins, challenge maps, racetracks, and character skins. But they don't go into detail about what any of that will be. So, oh hey, welcome back. And so I don't know, man.
I hope so.
$40 for season pass.
That's exactly why I hate it, because it's not fair.
That's a lot of fucking money for a season pass.
Dude, I've seen, season passes go like $20, $25, at most $30. $40 fucking dollars, dude. I would, in total, you'd have to pay like $90, close to $100.
You're paying over $100.
Yeah.
$59.99 plus tax is $63.59 plus $40. You're easily over $100 for the whole game.
It's annoying because at first I would not buy a season pass at all. I'd be like, oh, you know what? If it's not part of the game or anything, I can wait till like the super exclusive, god awful box art with like 10 out of 10, like 100 out of 100.
This 10 out of 10.
Exactly, and it destroyed that poor album cover. But yeah, but it's like they always find that one fucking niche to get certain people. Now I know what they mean by that. It's because I feel, I was so I was so objective to companies doing that, but now they're doing it to me. I feel like, so I'm like, fuck!
I get like below the belt, though. They know where it hurts, and then they're like, yep, just give me your money.
Yeah, they're just like, they kind of casually slid it in. They're just like, hey, look, here, there's Nightwing. And like, oh, God, here's Robin. Oh, God, missions. I just ripped off my shirt. Like, I need it!
Sorry, when you said that. So, like, I know we've said this before plenty of times. So many people out there have said this before. Stop pre-ordering games, stop buying DLC, but they're still doing it, which means it's still working, which means it's still going to keep happening. Mm-hmm. And
it is very sad. But now that I know that Best Buy does that gamer, membership thing, I'm about to do that. That sounds delicious.
It's my.
You save 20%. And how many times do we buy games a year? More than
me and my friend like split it in half. I paid $25 and she paid $25, and then we just use the same phone number and just get a discount. Yeah, I have not paid full price in a long time.
See, now that's true game. Gamer membership. That is beautiful.
I know. That's why I get in that market because GameStop's kind of like sucking ass at the moment. So
you've been sucking ass for a long time.
It's gonna be nice because we ripped off Microsoft, so now I want to be nice. But
fuck GameStop.
I think we're all in agreement when we can say, fuck those guys. Fuck GameStop. Just they take
their credit card. All right, let's just talk about this for 1 second.
God,
I didn't know they had a credit card.
They
what do you say?
So
I didn't even know they had a credit card.
Oh my God!
It's not a credit card. It's a debt creator.
It's a trap. It's a trap.
They don't even price match or anything.
They don't price match, but not only that, but like
they will get you into some shit.
Their interest rate is like 30% or something like that.
Well, above the,
it's like something absurd. I'm like, dude, why would you ever
30% for fucking video games? Like,
yeah,
I have credit cards that don't even reach 30%.
No, not even close. Not even remotely close.
My most expensive one, I think, is like 15%. 15. That's already half of it, and that's a credit card to play.
26.99%. That's your.
That is ridiculous.
That's your APR.
I want today.
Yeah. Not
Who
really.
in their right mind would sign up for something like
Dude,
Young
even
people,
with the Best Buy credit card, it helps you, like, when I first got my Xbox, like, it helped me with, like, installment plans, and they don't charge you interest, so you have to pay it off by the, like, 6 months or 12 months or 24 months that you have, and if you don't, they charge you the full interest that you should have been paying, but I feel like Best Buy has just a better hand on this stuff now. Like, better than
Anyway,
you?
we will continue on to the rest of the podcast. I just got distracted. Sorry. We have the final part, which is the hot topic. Oh, wait, you couldn't see me? Wait.
Huh?
No.
Oh,
I mean,
you can't see Dave. Yeah.
Yeah,
Finish
Dave.
it. I see what you did there. There we go. There we go.
I hope it freaking stays. Let's go, man.
And so, before we move on to the last final 2 topics of the podcast, the hot topics, you can say.
Yeah.
Were there any things in particular that you wanted to discuss? Any one of you, it doesn't have to be.
Mad Max was awesome. I'll say it again. If you want to see that movie, go see it.
Do it.
Yeah, that's all I got.
Okay, alright.
I'm gonna see that today, actually, so.
good idea for fun.
That sounds good.
I mean, just keep on gaming. Doesn't matter what, you know? Just keep on gaming.
Game on, oh yeah.
And let us pray that the Oculus Rift does not become like the Ouya.
Oh,
Like the what?
The Ouya?
Oh, damn.
Yeah, little thing.
You brought it back.
I don't know if they still make it anymore, but
no, they don't.
they stopped.
I would've
I think the
stopped.
company was looking to get bought out the last I read.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to look that up. I don't want my computer to say fuck you again.
Good call.
Man, the Ouya, that hasn't been a word I've said in a long time.
Ouya.
Because it sounds. Ooh.
I feel
I like how they're all paused like, ooh yeah, and I'm just like, ooh.
like, I picked it up and I was like, maybe it could be something.
Got
I was like, the box is like, not. No, I didn't buy it.
Oh
No.
my god.
Dude, are you crazy? Just picked up the box and I was like, what is this shit? And I was like, maybe like, in the future that'd be better. But I was like, yeah, no, it didn't sell me one bit. Even the fucking controller looks like shit. So.
Dude, yeah, seriously, what the fuck? And first of all, I picked it up. You picked it up? No, I mean, like, I literally
I know, I
picked
picked it up off the shelf. See, it's fucking.
Like looking into the eyes of hell itself. Like, no.
You guys should have seen all your faces. They're like,
Yeah.
I know.
You picked it up?
I picked it up.
Metal.
Oh my god.
10 Wii U's instead of fucking Ouya.
I mean, I bought a Wii U for Smash Bros. And Mario Kart and stuff.
I got my Wii U for $60.
Wait,
You got
what?
your Wii U for $60.
You know how Sears had a price
Oh,
fuck up?
yeah.
You got one?
I live in San Francisco, but there's no Walmart in SF, so I drove at 2 a.m., like an hour across to a Walmart, and I bought my sister, and I was like, May, we're gonna fight for this fucking Wii U. And it was like a different, what we got, I think it was like, I don't know what it was, but they were doing a Super Smash Bros. Set, or I think, and she didn't have that set, but they had another set, and I was like, I want that set, but she's like, they're not the same game. And I was like, well, they're the same thing, so I want it. And she's like, I can't give you that price match. And my sister just kept telling her they're the same system, so it shouldn't matter. And she's like, well, it's not the same barcode. And May's like, you just give me the fucking game. And I told her, and he lives in like Kansas or I don't know, Chicago or some shit. And he emailed me the receipt and I showed it to her and it was the same system and she gave it to us at 60. But like we had a fight for an hour and a half. I was like, it's the fucking same system. Just give it to me. Like it's Walmart. Like relax.
Oh my god. Oh, did you guys see the it happened near my my Walmart. There was a Walmart like hack or something like that, or that people were getting PS4s for like, you know, like $100
Oh,
and $75.
A while back, yeah. What did that
Yeah,
happen
I wanted
recently?
No. I'm just saying that one that isolated incident. I mean, it happened here near the Linway.
Yeah.
The Walmart on the Linway.
Yeah.
People bought out like 4 different PS4s. I'm like, holy shit.
Why did you get one?
He probably
I was at work at the time.
And so,
Should have got it.
Microsoft, speaking of the devil, I mean, I'm not calling Microsoft the devil. I'm just,
I was thinking Comcast when you said that.
I know. I heard. The devil? You mean Comcast, bruh?
Comcast,
I need
bruh.
Google Fiber. I need
You mean
Google
EA,
Fiber.
bruh?
Bruh? You mean yeah, bruh? Come on, bruh. Come on, bruh. Yeah, bro. Down.
Microsoft said to be unleashing on E3 with the greatest lineup in Xbox history. Now,
Nice.
this is
Yeah.
what they said.
That's exactly why.
Do you believe them? And if you do believe them, what do you think that can be revealed that will make it the best lineup in Xbox history?
Rayman. Yeah, I'm just joking. Oh,
That was a callback to one of the other ones. Huh?
yeah. I'm dating myself even more.
I don't. You're the Microsoft fan. What do you think, Mona?
Fuck. I'm hoping. I feel like now they have had enough time to create something good. They've seen all the PS4 releases and all the special shit that PS4 released. So I'm hoping they do have like some Xbox exclusives to draw people to buy more Xboxes. I'm gonna give them like benefit of the doubt because they did a lot of great things with the 360. So I don't think they're gonna be that bad.
Too far behind in the fight, right?
Yeah. So they've had a year, and I'm hoping that they've used that year wisely. I don't know what games they would be releasing though. Like the only exclusive that I bought for Xbox One was like Sunset Overdrive.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
It's a good game.
That was a great one. So I don't know what they are releasing.
Well, if it comes out this year, the new Tomb Raider, because that's now exclusive. I don't know how they pulled that one off.
Yeah, that
Money talks,
I was
bruh.
just talking about that. I was reading that the Rise of the Tomb Raider or whatever would be just for Xbox One for like 4 months or something like that.
I think it's time exclusive, isn't it?
I'm hoping, but I haven't heard word that it's coming to PS4 yet.
That's some bullshit.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
But
dude.
did the game before the one that's coming out wasn't it only a 360 exclusive?
The
Tomb Raider
old
was
I saw it
multi-platform.
on PS4 and I was like, I thought it was an exclusive.
It was on PS3 and 360, and then
It
it
got-
got ported to the PS4.
Yeah, they made that high definition or special collectors, whatever, for
Makes
next
me
time.
like it, but
Yeah, right.
yeah, it looks really
It was a good game.
Yeah, it was a damn good game. I love Tomb Raider.
good.
yeah,
just
it was-
get
it was
past
okay.
the fucking stabbing in the throat part.
See, now you gotta make
Now
that
I
your
wanna
mission.
pick it up, and I was
No more throat stab. This isn't Mortal Kombat.
It sounds like company like puffing themselves up to me that we're gonna have the best lineup at E3 this year. You know we are, and I'm just like, no, you're not.
I mean, to be
Show
fair, the Xbox One exclusives, I think, have had higher Metacritic scores.
Mhm.
Now,
But can you name them?
Oh,
I was thinking about it too. I was like, what game?
I mean, I can name Sunset Overdrive
yeah,
and
but that's
Master
Ori-
Chief Collection,
Ori-
which is a
Master
remaster.
Chief, right?
I did not like that collection. They're fucking-
Well, what else you got?
they have Forza, whatever.
I mean, they had Titanfall, but that kind of fell off the map.
Titanfall was good.
That was-
Titanfall 2 is not going to really matter.
Yeah, that was shit.
Why was
And
Titanfall
it
shit?
gave me like an hour, and I did not touch it ever again.
To be fair, I do have Titanfall and haven't played it in a very long time.
I have it too, man. There's no shame.
So what is it about Titanfall that you don't like?
It's
Okay.
old.
If you say everything, I'm gonna be so mad.
Literally everything. It's all over the
damn it.
place. Like I don't know sometimes who I was fighting or what my objective was or what my mission was. I felt like it was just an open field where you're just dropping titans everywhere and just trying to like level up and gear up. I think like I don't even know what the game is about even until this day. I've had it for a year.
It's true, the story
Like-
sucked.
The
They
story
didn't
was
really
terrible.
explain anything.
Yeah.
was it really that bad, boys?
I mean,
It was worse than Destiny. I mean, at least Destiny
Jesus
filled the gaps.
I mean, at least Destiny had cutscenes.
Yeah, but did you really understand it? Like, I mean, at least with Destiny, I know I was fighting the Fallen or like
Right.
the Hive, and like I understood like the war or what was kind of going on. With
But what
Titanfall was like,
message like
I don't know.
I don't know.
Robots and blow shit up. Boom.
I was like, is this like a Transformers game or like it's just not like it's like the Titans look dope as fuck. Like,
Yeah.
but
All
I-
mechs make me really really happy because I'm a huge mech fanboy. But even I was like really into the robots. But then I saw the gameplay and I saw some time on the the storyline like bits and pieces, and I was like, Ugh.
yeah.
And then you guys saying like the storyline sucked balls. It was worse than Destiny.
I enjoyed the game, but I think I enjoyed it because people suck at it. Like I played it on PC. I played on PC and like for like I was just like there were literally people like running up and then like turning around and like shooting the other way. I'm like, I feel like a god in this game. Like there's nothing I can't do. And so I was just murdering everything. And then like I played on the Xbox One. I was just like, why does everyone suck at this game?
Nobody plays it. I'm surprised they're making a second one. So like maybe Microsoft will be talking about the second one.
Yeah,
They
there we
sold
go.
really well. Like it sold a lot. Like Dave bought an Xbox One to play that game specifically. Like
My Xbox One was a Titanfall special.
yeah, it sold well.
Yeah.
But
yeah, like
Sunset Overdrive didn't sell very well, and I'm very
sad about
good.
that.
I'm sad about that too. But like I'm also like, damn, Insomniac has been jumping back and forth between all this stuff. Like they released Fuse, and they were like published by EA. They were trying to find out like how they can get their most success, and so they got away from.
Well, they had it. They had it with Resistance. They had 1, 2, and 3.
They didn't know though. They didn't know that it was going to go downhill like that. Like
the Ratchet and Clank games too, right?
yeah, they didn't realize it was going to be like, hey, we're going to sign with Xbox because like 360 had the biggest lead ever until like the later parts of the generation. And so they're like, naturally, let's just go with that because they're going to pay us and we're going to get a lot of people to get the game. And then it didn't happen. So like, I feel so bad for Insomniac because they're a great developer, but I think they're kind of like stuck between like bouncing back and forth between doing certain things, and they kind of there's no right answer for them right now. It's like,
But imagine playing Titanfall in the Oculus.
that'd be pretty fucking cool.
That's
That'd be
badass.
fucked up though.
Yeah, yeah.
Up and down and shit.
Oh yeah, well yeah, that would be puke-inducing.
See, a lot of these games we're talking about are puke-inducing. You know what I mean? I feel like we're just like, oh, this is gonna be great, and then there's gonna be like buckets of puke everywhere. It's gonna be like, this is a horrible idea.
But Destiny, I think, would look good in an Oculus though.
Mm-hmm.
Because like you do have almost the same movement, but like
It's
you're
not
more.
when you jump. It's a lot. Well, except for if you like teleport though. If you do blink, you'll probably fuck yourself up a little bit.
So.
I don't know. I feel like Microsoft will have to like bring back some IPs that people like. They're gonna have to bring back like GoldenEye or something like that, like a next gen GoldenEye, because Rare owned that, right?
Not Perfect Dark Zero. That was
God, no.
I
that was a
mean,
letdown.
I haven't played a Perfect Dark Zero ever, but it seems kind of okay.
Yeah.
No, Perfect Dark was amazing.
Oh, you liked it? Okay.
Perfect Dark
not
was
Zero.
amazing.
Oh.
Not Zero though.
Dark. There was this. Oh God, there was just so much sadness in the game. I'm still sad. It's been like 7 odd years, and I'm still sad.
And our final topic of the podcast, we're actually going over our usual time.
Are we really again?
Yeah. Former EA CEO says the PlayStation 4 deserves to be beating out the Xbox One. Now, do you folks agree with this statement? We talked about this already a little bit, so this will be kind of a quick discussion, kind of. But, you know, do you agree with this statement and why? And also, as a follow-up to that, if you'd like, will the Xbox One outsell the PS4? Because last month it did outsell the PS4.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, after the 2 year, like a year and a half of trouncing.
And I think like December it outsold the PS4 as well as like January.
It was only because of the deal they had.
Yeah, they had.
Yeah, it's like $300. Like you get a new system and 2 games.
Yeah.
It's yeah.
Well,
of
who
course
the
you're gonna
fuck's not gonna get that? You know what I mean?
That's
I'd
why
buy
they
another
went.
one just because of the price cut.
I mean, in 2 months out of the whole time that Sony has been leading the race with the consoles. I mean, yeah, sure, that's still a huge step. Don't get me wrong. You can't not give credit where credit is due, but at the same time, 2 months isn't going to win you all the gamers that you lost. You know, bad decisions were made, bad decisions were put forth, things were were recalled for reasons and stuff. You know, it's one of those things where you realize that Sony came out, very, very on top just because they learned from their very big mistake.
Yes.
Hopefully they can capitalize. What are you doing?
I'm talking
What are you
doing?
It's just like getting closer and closer.
It's just closer and closer and closer and closer. Just hopefully no one will notice, but that didn't work. It didn't work. Yeah, I'm kind of with you on that. I mean, right out the gate, like when they revealed the consoles, like people probably are still butthurt about that. And like, I understand it, and I get it, and I'm kind of too. You know, it's like you try to fucking play us like mad hard.
Well, yeah, and they had to fire some. Well, they had to let somebody go, and they had to roll back a lot of things that they did, which they did. Like they turned off the 24-hour check-in. And
then the game thingy, like where your friend can't borrow it.
Yeah.
Or, right? That just
that was dumb.
Yeah.
Sony did a commercial on that. They on the spot. They just.
Oh yeah, it's like here's how you share a game
on PlayStation.
I'm like, oh my god. It was a knockout. It was a straight up call out for Microsoft.
Yeah, Microsoft got really comfortable. Like, I don't know why they were not prepared at all. In any aspect, they were just prepared.
Yeah.
I mean, we knew that the PS4 and the new Xbox was going to be something, like, wow, this is going to be the next gen, gaming console. And then we realized that only one of them did their homework.
Yeah.
And I think one of the other things too is like when people get their hands on certain things, right? So for example, multi-platform games have consistently, aside from maybe one or two games that are developed a certain way, have consistently looked and performed better on the PlayStation 4. Mm-hmm. Most people who get their hands on both consoles agree that the PlayStation 4 controller is more comfortable over an extended period of time than the Xbox One controller. And it is. And then there's the interface. Some people will still have a preference to the Xbox One interface. That's totally fine. When I was trying to stream, mind you, I know how electronics work. I know how these things... I know how to use electronics. It is not intuitive. It is not...
Shit, dude. It's just garbage. I'm not gonna lie to you. All these boxes, and then the movement is like hell. And then the buttons freeze.
And it's slow. It's slow. It slows down.
Too, like when you try to look at the groups, the people who are in your group chat, it just freezes. And I'm like, my screen gets this small, and I'm playing Destiny, and like I can see my group messages or whatever, and I can't unsnap. Like I have to go all the way out to the menu, pause the entire fucking game, and then unsnap. Like PlayStation, you press the fucking button, and then in and out. It's so quick.
Simplicity was the best thing again, apparently in this one.
Yeah,
you tried too much. It was too much for one system to handle.
Mm-hmm.
And so I do agree that the PS4 deserves to beat the Xbox One in this way, but like to an extent. Like we have seen the PlayStation 4 trounce them in terms of sales, in terms of public perception, and I feel bad because like
I don't. No, the Xbox 360 ruled the last generation, man.
Yeah, it did. Yeah,
it kicked Sony's ass, and
up
before that,
the
it was
very end. I will say,
yeah, like they finally got ground like at the end, but before that, it was PS2 was always supreme over Xbox, and Xbox kind of gained their fan base. But no, man, how many years was it that I had to hear it from 360 owners? Who was the better system?
Dude,
why do your multi-platform games keep coming out low res, bro? What's up?
Yeah, it's just like, oh, you guys don't have that? That sucks. Wait, our online's better too? Oh. And then the PS4 came out.
The voice chat, the party chat was the thing that killed me, man. Like, the PlayStation needed that.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And now that it works better on the PS4 than the Xbox One, I'm just like...
Goodbye!
What?
When we played Destiny, all of us together online, remember how easy it was just to talk?
Yeah.
It was ridiculous.
Like, I feel like for Xbox, like, the graphics aren't as great. Like, I played Shadow of Mordor on Xbox, and then I borrowed a PS4 edition, and PS4 edition was amazing. It looked like 10 times better than the Xbox One.
Even on the same thing on with Assassin's Creed Black Flag, it happened the same thing. Mm-hmm. It was like side-to-side comparison. It was just like a monumental difference.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if there's a difference in GTA 5 too.
Yeah, me and my buddy were talking about that too.
Oh, is there?
Yeah, like when you're out walking around in the PS4 version, like if you're out in the grass, you can see grass or trees and foliage, and in the Xbox version, you might get, like a tuft of grass every once in a while.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, the grass.
It's weird.
You might see some grass, I mean.
That's some crazy shit. Look at us. We're bitching about grass, and
I know, right?
like 10, 20 years ago, we were just all like, wow, the triangles look so beautiful. It's so cutting.
Look at them triangles, though.
It's in 3D.
And the other interesting thing about this last month in comparison is that, one of PS4's biggest games in terms of like game-wise, not necessarily sales-wise, is Bloodborne. and it came out at the end of March, I think.
Yeah.
So
No, it was February. No, wait,
February.
Yep. No,
So-
I want to say March.
February is like.
Yeah, it was March because I'm only a month behind or some shit like that, right?
Yeah, I think you're right.
So-
I think it was February, and they pushed it by a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they wanted to make sure they did the right thing, and they were like, okay, too many bugs, we got to fix it, and it ended up working good. If their goal was to annoy everyone, a fucking stellar job,
and some people, it's interesting, right? Like a lot of people are like, oh yeah, PlayStation 4 should have beat the Xbox One when the Bloodborne came out, and I'm like, Bloodborne is not a game for everyone. Let me just put that out there right now.
It's not.
And that's one of the other things about reviews, right? It's like people are like, oh yeah, this is a perfect game, it got a 10 out of 10, and then you play, you're like, fuck this game.
How did this thing get a 10 out of 10?
Yeah.
It's a 10 out of 10 because the reason that like what I like what you guys do is you don't use numbers. It's so good because like what happened? It's like, oh, Bloodborne got 10 out of 10. Sweet. Someone, a casual gamer goes to pick it up. How in the fuck did this thing is so obscure? It didn't deserve a 10 out of 10.
It doesn't even explain itself. Like, not even, like the first couple of scenes, you're just like, okay, I'm here.
Where the fuck is here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was me.
I am in a church.
That was you. It's
I
like,
think.
I recorded gameplay of it, and I am not posting it because I look clueless as fuck.
I would love to see that.
You're not going to see that. It's not going to see the light of day.
You should send it in this chat.
Show it to us. Just the inner circle.
We won't share it. We just want to see.
Shit. Yeah.
Oh, fucking shit, guys.
We won't. We would never do that. No,
No, we
God.
wouldn't. We seriously wouldn't.
I need to upload it on YouTube, but yeah.
You can upload it on YouTube, make it a private link,
Yeah, make it
unlisted.
private.
Unlisted, right?
Yeah, just unlisted from a different account that's not even, God knows. Like, that game was fun.
I would
it is
watch
fun.
that. I would watch that just to see your reactions. Alone.
Everyone was like, you should stream it. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to have no friends by the time the stream ends. I'm probably bitch who's not funny.
Where are all my friends? Fuck you, we hate you.
Yeah, we're not. We're done. We can't be friends anymore. It's like, why? That game was ridiculous. It's just.
I don't foresee maybe 1 or 2 more months the Xbox One can outsell the PS4, but like the thing is, like, people are pre-ordering the Batman limited edition PS4 and waiting for that to come out before they buy more. So
People stop pre-ordering. Stop.
I mean,
We'll catch up though.
to be fair though, fucking that PS4 looks beautiful as shit.
Yeah, but
It looks
look
like
at it on Amazon.
It looks like what?
the Destiny one. Doesn't it just have the Batman on it?
It's like silver and it has the Batman
Well, I
logo
thought it
on
was
it.
just white and then it had Batman on it. Like the logo or something.
I'm very tempted to trade in my PS4 for that PS4. I'm very tempted.
Dude, it's so beautiful. I mean, I already put the skin on my PS4, so that's just mad work. I don't want to do that.
Mhm.
But
Oh yeah, mine's still black casing. I think I want to trade it into like this the site. I forgot it was. You actually get really good money for for used. It was like
It's about the same. It's either silver or white. There you go.
maybe it is white too. Yeah, it's silver.
See?
I'm looking at the little thingy thing there.
I mean, it still looks nice.
Looks nice as hell, man. It's beautiful. Love that, man. Not as much as
Who
Solid
doesn't?
Snake, but whatever.
yeah.
Batman will still beat Solid Snake though. But yeah.
I
Anyway,
mean, come on. You're gonna get in. We're gonna get into this discussion of
we won't do that now. We won't do
No,
that
we
now.
don't need it.
God no. It'd be another 3 hours.
First of all, I want to thank all of you all for being on the podcast. This has been a wonderful podcast. It's been a lot of fun, lots of laughs. My face hurts from the laughing. Mona, you're wonderful. Thank you again for.
You guys are great. Thanks for having me on here.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah, you're always welcome to come back on. Next time it won't be 2 hours, I promise.
Yeah, seriously, sorry again.
Have finals tomorrow, guys. Like, damn it.
I'm sorry.
I blame Obama.
Don't blame Obama.
Oh my
Still
God.
stick up for him while he's still in the office.
Thanks, Obama.
Thanks, Obama. Do you guys have anything else you'd like to say before we head off?
Eat burgers today or whatever. It's the next day out.
Burgers. Guys at home, thank you for watching and listening to the Black Only Podcast, episode 44. I was confused at first which episode it was, but we're good now. We're good. Go check out Mona's channel. Go check out her Twitter. Go check out Dave. He also has a Twitter at
D-Train Unchained.
Yeah.
It's the only good Twitter handle I have.
And, Chris, do you also have a Twitter as well?
Honestly, no, but I've been so many things happen on Twitter that I think I need to get one.
That one.
I got one because of this. Like, I'm doing this gaming thing, so like people want to know when stuff is going down. So
It's fun.
I'll actually
and that's how I
download
was able to
it.
talk to Mona. So I mean, that's a win.
Yeah, but I don't.
Wait, what did you say?
I kind of stalked him. I was like, who is this guy?
Oh yeah, word. Yeah, I did my job right.
Awesome.
So-
In the world of stalkers now, bro. Damn.
Hey man, listen. Sometimes you just gotta have a stalker.
Hey, relax, guys. Relax.
It's okay. I did the same for you. It's fine. I probably did it before you did.
But you didn't even hit the follow button. Okay, you chickened out.
What? No, I am following you. I am.
What?
I'm gonna confirm this.
I've been following you for a
I'm gonna confirm it now.
How long has it been? I'm already following you. Listen.
I didn't know that. I don't think so.
Listen. Well, we were able to direct message each other, right?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I had to follow first.
Fucking. I thought.
Okay, this is mine.
I thought I was. Listen.
This is just awkward. This is just awkward now.
I follow you now, and I will follow you forever.
Oh my
no matter
god.
what.
Since you're to San Jose Sharks
Deleted my
fan.
account by accident.
Yeah, I followed you by accident, bro. Don't get hype. That's what she's telling me. That's what
But I'll get everybody else.
Yes.
Chris doesn't
Okay.
have one, but I'll get.
Yes, good. It's downloaded.
Yes. So anyway, we'll probably stay on a little while longer. But for you guys at home, don't get any more of this. You're gonna have to tune in next time to get more. Game on, and Jay Blaze out.